your shirt's missing, boss.
Greetings! What are you saying? Hello, everyone. I am just a head floating in space, attached to some shoulders, which are also floating in space.
Yeah.
But it's all right. I really like it. We tried to fix it, but we couldn't. So we went with it. And I've got a growth out of my shoulder.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Sharp is in the house.
Evening, guys.
Big up to Ryan.
Popped
Special
in for the
guest.
night, yes.
Yeah, we got a special guest because, as you know, John is like working hard now. And last week he was a bit knackered. And he started to drop the ball a bit.
I've fallen asleep.
I don't blame you, John.
Right, and you lot chat a lot, right? And he went really quiet on me, and because I was concentrating, it got awfully quiet. So it was a bit like a mortuary at one point. So Ryan's come in, and he's going to chat ship with you guys. Do you like what I did there? I actually stole that.
Very specifically ship. Yes.
Chat ship.
There's a P on there, guys.
Paint and chat ship.
Yeah.
There you go. So, what have we got? We've got loads of stuff. Why is Ryan here? Because tonight, like Sesame Street, tonight is brought to you by the Jumpmaster, the number 5 and the letter K. Okay?
Yes.
And I'm going to be unveiling the bad boy itself that you saw me working on, not quite finished last week. Hello. Oh, I better give some shout outs. Tartan James, John Vickery, Mark Fairbrother, Rattler, not Tatler.
Oh, thanks for the
No,
sub.
2 different people. Thank you,
Marty, Captain Dad Rex, bless you. We've got loads of others on, haven't we?
Yeah.
Who else we got? Give some shout
Mark
outs, John.
Fairbrother.
Terminator, blessed love Terminator, man.
Wookie Outriders there.
We got
Lawless is there.
the
Juice
Pie
84.
Lawless. Oh, Juice, I like it. Have we got Little Rattler?
Not seen it yet.
Little Rattler's not on yet. Well, anyway, so I thought it'd be cool to have Ryan on to bring out this bad boy ship, and I spent ages on it when I got home finishing it. And those of you that are Patreon subscribers, you will have seen all the pictures of it fully built right before I started painting it. So there's another benefit of being on the Patreon. You get to see exclusive pictures no one else gets to see. And yeah, I lost myself in it, and it was really hard. And that death shroud, as you'll see, is not what I thought it was going to be. So, remember the original idea was, lucky call sign, she's on. Wicked. You're right, blessed love. Akash, hello. And Callum, what are you saying? So, it was going to be Aji697. I don't know who you are, but greetings. Welcome to the party. Good evening to you wherever you're watching from. And if it's somewhere far and exotic, let us know, because we like knowing stuff like that.
We get very jealous if it's California.
We will. If it's California and it's, is it Tavern Wars? Yeah, Tavern Wars is on my hit list. We hate Tavern Wars because of how cool. Tavern Wars got the life we all want.
Unless he invites us for
Oh,
holiday.
yeah.
It is. California. And look, he's on a blessed love. What are you saying? Where are we? Orlando. Boba Fred is in Orlando. Boba Fred, what are you doing in Orlando? Stoke. He's in Stoke. Right, so for those of you in places like Orlando and California, Stoke is very much the opposite of Orlando and California. And that was me being, that's me being Mr. Diplomat.
Yeah.
That wasn't it?
Yeah,
They
it was a
have
little bit.
pottery.
Yeah.
Go
Do?
and see the pottery. Anyway, right, so this Death Shroud colour was meant to be black. And so the original plan, do you remember, was turn it into Hawkeye, because it looks like an arrow. Forget that, my abstractness. Well, because it didn't go black. It went this like, it's stunning, right? And I've got some photos to show you, but like John looked at it, and I'll show you it. Lee, hello Lee.
Just off camera, I can see it.
Oh, Wookie Outrider, thank you so much. Who else was that tipped a $5 or $2? Someone else did it. Or maybe did it twice. Well, thank you so much, man. Thank you, Mark. So anyway, so it progressed from Hawkeye into War Machine. So I looked at the colour, and when I show you the colour, I told this to John, but I want to talk you through so that you could try and see through my colourblind eyes, right? This was kind of the best way I can describe how my colourblindness affects me. So this colour, I spent a good while and had to send photos to people to confirm it wasn't green. That's what my eye does. My eyes are weird like that. I know.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it like that's not green
right.
even slightly.
But to me, there was green
Yeah.
in it, right? Okay, so
I can believe it.
so then when you see this colour and you look at it, then you can imagine how confusing sometimes. I'll tell you all about your stretch goal in a minute, bruv. You'll see how confusing my life.
Do you want me to put the first one up?
My life can be. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's do it. Seeing as Alex so kindly interrupted me.
Yeah.
See, I'm all zen today. We'll tell you about stretch goals quickly. Bit of housekeeping, and I'll do it again later. 2-part stretch goal, 2 medium bases, £60 a split. First one is a Thai Punisher. Right?
The time on the transition there, John. Was
So good. Oh, it makes me a bit moist. Doesn't it?
that
Gives me pointy. Gives me like anyway. I forgot. I've got a little lucky koi sign watching. Anyway, so this is always anyone that's won any of my ships or seen any of my ships knows that the photos don't quite pick it out. This is all subtle metal chipping. It's a wicked little paint job. And part 2 is. Oh, I love it. That was pretty good. That weren't bad.
Not quite.
And this is a modded K-Wing. You can see it's got new cannons on the front. It's got the cool like World War II teeth and bits and bobs. It's got some stunning weathering and all the underneath, all the missile racks are painting. Beautiful ships. They're both magnetised. They're both on ball sockets. I'll send you all of that stuff.
Thank you, X-Wing Tavern Wars.
And whoever wins them, if you haven't got the appropriate dial or ship cards for these ships, when you win them, put that in a message and I'll supply those too. So you've got a dial and some cards if you don't own any of these ships before to have, to hand. So that's our stretch goal for today.
We'll put 60 up.
Sorry?
I'll put the 60 up so you can see.
Yeah, perfect. So
the first goal.
back to the unveiling of Dengar. I love this. I've proper fallen in love with this. I'm going to get it up like this, right? See, it clearly isn't green. Otherwise, it would have vanished. like my t-shirt's yellow. Yeah. Now, John is putting some pictures up. The pictures really struggle.
Yeah, they don't show the depth of it.
To capture.
Just pass that over to Ryan and let him look at it.
You are, I agree with you there. I can see a difference because I'm looking at both in front of me, and it doesn't catch the same level, the depth that you're saying.
So these are very hard.
You can pick out the details, but the layers.
So they're like a candy paint, and then it's all semi-gloss varnish, the whole model. So the light reflections and that are really, really hard. Hey Caleb, hey Haney, how you doing, bruv? Tell your brother his stuff went in the post on Monday, or in fact it was before that, on Saturday last week.
They've been winning stuff.
Right, yeah, and so the amazing Mr. Dalton that is in the chat, he is the reason that A's happened, right? So it turned into War Machine, which is cool, and if you notice in Arabesh, I've written, oh look, that's the underneath shot, right? So it's got these cool little landing lights on the Jump Master, and that blue. Thank you so much, Ulfric. That blue contrast colour against the grey really works. I also put the spot colour red from Iron Man's armour as the gun, because this is clearly built by Iron Man. But then the American Army got hold of it and tinkered with it and ruined it, so it won't turn right anymore.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
They
added some big guns, they made it a bit shooty, but they ruined it ultimately, because the Falcon is Iron Man and he's just like, I'm better overall than you.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
So do you see what I'm saying? So right, so any of you, I know a couple of you came up and saw the ship. I'd love if any of you guys ever get a chance to come up. These ships are always kind of with me. It's got some beast engines, all the engines.
Huge. The Sea Rock engines there.
We got any more? Got any more pictures there, John? There's another one. Love that shot. So the Orabesh says JM 5K, so Jump Master 5000. So that's its denotation. It's got like the.
Ryan wants it now. He wants 5 Jump Master.
He's got the arc glow.
I'm thinking about it, John. I'm thinking very strongly about it.
And the cannon underneath is, of course, magnetised. So look, that was a big 2 weeks worth of converting, right? And there's definitely somewhere between 40 and 50 hours at a conservative estimate that went into that ship.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't drop it?
No, don't drop it. Oh, bless you, Caleb. Thank you so much,
Cheers,
man.
Caleb.
Thank you so much. Oh, I love it where you've clipped it out completely.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
You're just showing off now, ain't you, John?
Well.
Ain't you, John? He's super chatty.
Thank you.
So let's get a top down. as well.
Okay. There we go.
The Show Monroe.
All the way
Whoa!
from Kentucky.
I've got
Yeah, Kentucky. I like it. Oh, you
Sorry.
bet you got some good chicken.
That was the wrong ship over there.
So that's the Show Monroe. Thank you for checking in with us. Hopefully that was my post that I put up on Gold Squadron. Look, there it is. I just wanted you to have a look in my hand. Can you see how the light really bounces?
Yeah, you can pick it up a bit on that camera.
Right.
It's very impressive. I see you didn't point out the astromech as well as painted.
Oh, yeah, look. There's a little teeny weeny astromech, all in Iron Man red. I just thought that was nice. John tried to convince me to sand its head down, and I did start sanding its head down, and I was going to make the little gun throughout the top of the head, but then I realised what scale we were talking about, and I was like, that's going to last all of 3 seconds before it snaps off, no matter how I mount it. So there it is. She's beautiful. If you guys are about tomorrow and they let me and Tim turns up, I'm going to take Tim on with it. I've got this list that has got all 3 ships this time. It's called the Avengers.
All 3 of those?
Yeah, it's called the Avengers Initiative War.
And what's
Instead of
Cap Fen Rao?
Fen Rao, Han Solo and Dengar.
Yeah. 666.
666.
We'll have that on tomorrow.
X-Wing Junkies. Thank you, dude. Look. Heading off for dinner. Steak. That Trump's watching you boys. All right, fine. Some of us can't choose steak. Thanks very much, Mr. Ander. Right, so what have I got today? Carrying on from the whole Avengers superhero theme, I got the old creative juices flowing yesterday afternoon, thinking about another ship and looking in my bits box. Oh yeah, ProTech, I just forgot. ProTech knocked me up those Avengers masks, right? If you guys need cool masks making for you, Lee is the man to go and see. So Lee, if you want to chuck a link up to your site for your masks and all that, please do in the chat. Really awesome service. And Lee pulls, like, I literally messaged Lee, they were with me the next morning.
Wow.
It's like that, boom. And I'm not saying he can do that all the time for everyone, but he always pulls my butt out of the toilet.
In an emergency.
Yeah, I'm like, Lee, save me.
Right? He is your cat.
He is my captain. He is absolutely. I am the young, brash, overconfident Iron Man, and Lee is the level-headed Captain America. So I built another ship, and I wanted something that was going to represent. So I like these mash-up ships, and that I can use them as multiple things. And I was looking for something to represent. Firstly, an X-wing. Although I might have kind of missed the mark with the first one. I've got a better idea for the X-wing mod. An E-wing. A Fang fighter. So an X-wing, an E-wing, a Fang fighter. And I'll come up with that. Right, so Tavern Wars is you that loves a psych, innit? There you go, mate. That's the only good use for a psych. It's being used as a set of fancy wings backwards. They always look much better because they got that cool grill bit at the back that looks like an exhaust port. If you noticed, I've got the same sort of... Should I turn that the right way up so you don't all get sick? I've got the same sort of engine configuration as that little bad boy. Remember the A-wing? So Captain America. Because this is going to be Vision. Right? Why is that going to be Vision? Because I like these clear paints. Let's show you it again a bit more. So what have we got? Two U-wing engines. Well, one side of a U-wing. We've got the 4 small engines off a T-65. We've got 2 halves of a Psych. The guns from the T-70 itself. Then I've got these 2 engines at the back. They're off a Z95 with a couple of bits of plastic card just to soften out the joins, right? And originally the joins were softened with green, and then some of this detail was made using plastic card, green stuff, that sort of stuff, right? And then I've gone over the main thing with the whole pre-shading silver technique that I use under the clear coats, right? So here's some clear coats. Here's the clear coats I haven't used. Right, they're a bit out of shot. We have got Eldalon purple. We have got something green. I'm not. It's just green, like, why have they got to give them such pathetic names? Orange and yellow, right? So clearly green has got to be the Hulk. And it ain't a small ship. No way.
I can't imagine the Hulk flying there.
right? I've settled on purple because the idea is this is Vision, and the astromech I'm going to do with a little airbrushed glow,
The ghost does a
which is going to be his Infinity Stone, right?
Yeah.
The Ghost as the Hulk. Is that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
whispering? Yeah, people have thought the Ghost, but I kind of like. There's part of me that likes that they're kind of scum woods as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
They just make a good fist. That's
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
The Ghost probably is because you could have the Ghost and then the Shuttle is Black Widow
Yeah.
because they're like lovers. So what I want you guys to think of, because you guys are good at this, they got to be members of the Avengers. They can be anywhere in the Avengers because I'm kind of thinking yellow could kind of work for a Wolverine because I think he was in it at some
Yellow,
point,
blue, yeah.
right? On like a small ship. But orange, yellow. What Avengers? What are the next two characters? And I'm not saying I'm going to do them as the next one. Yeah, maybe the Sea Rock as the Hulk. That's quite a good idea, actually.
Sea-Rock, yeah.
Well, you remember like my YV conversion with Sea Rock engines? That
Yeah.
was big enough to be a Hulk.
Yeah.
A Hulk ship. It needs to be something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Vision. Yeah, Vision is purple, mate. I googled it. I googled what colours of Vision, and it tells me he was purple, dark green, and he had a gold cape, and he's got gold edging and piping and stuff. So this is going to be purple and gold.
The Wasp's a good shout for yellow.
Trust me, he's red. Google what colour is.
He was in Avengers.
Google what colour is, and then it's got a picture of the actor, and it says purple. Exactly that line. What colour is Vision? And it should be the top result. Oh my God! It better not be red. I'm going to be properly mortified if it's red, because I've got a red one.
He is kind of purple.
No, don't. You've gone to pictures. Go to just the internet
Yeah.
and that question. Oh my God! It's not. It's purple. You're all wrong. None of you colour people sit, and it actually says it.
Well,
Yeah. He nearly spelt a naughty word, actually, didn't you?
very nearly.
Look at the
Shades
comment.
of red, green, and yellow.
What?
That's what it says there. What colour is Vision? But I have to say, actually, on the images there, he's quite purple.
Yeah, purple's fine.
And there's
They're just nitpicking.
there's the comic book Vision, which is purple.
Right,
Oh, really?
do you know,
I
I'm
don't know the comic versions of the characters.
internet fight.
Does it?
Ask him to Google an image because he's coming up purple with me.
Yeah, everyone Google images.
It was great after losing the Mind Stone.
Bright.
Vision is bright magenta. That's Protect Mark.
Lee going with the absolutely most chaotic answer he could find.
Thanos is purple. He's purple.
Yeah, but Thanos wouldn't fly that, would he?
He also wasn't in the
Vision.
Avengers. He was
Comic
the
book
main
Vision is
reason.
purple.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, look. Yeah. What colour is Vision from the Avengers? Appearance, edit. Vision's primary colours are purple, dark green and gold. He has a red surface plating with gold outlines across his body and shades of dark green in various areas. Purple.
I don't think he's that purple though.
Oh my God, what are we going to do, John?
We've got
Do you
the
reckon he's a
wrong
mix
purple
of
for
colours?
He's kind of between. He's like a really reddy purple.
So what, a mix of red and purple?
Or is that kind of like the Hulk's
But I don't
shorts,
think that
isn't
mixes
it?
very well. Try it.
Should we try it? Have
It's-
you got an
it's
opened
experiment.
clear red?
Have
Have you used it? You must have used the clear red.
I probably have somewhere. I've used the purple. I think.
Yeah, the problem with him being Hawkeye is I want to keep using these clear paints, right? So, because I love this effect, and it really
Looks
ties in. It's kind of like the thinking that Stark built them all.
Yes.
They're everyone's little battle suit ship kind of thing. So you have that
Yes,
kind of.
James, I have my phone.
Ah,
What
here.
are you going to tell me we're wrong about now?
Yeah, here's a little thing for you all as well on this episode. I am also going to be doing a spot prize giveaway at some point. I won't tell you what it is yet, but what you all need to do now is Google the telephone number for Weekend Warlord store, because I will expect one of you to call, and the first one that calls gives the answer and his name to the question will be the winner of the spot prize, like we did last week with the phone in. Loved it. We're doing that again, but I'll actually give you something this
dear.
time. Last time it was a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I just thought I did this has become a phone-in show.
Yeah,
That's
look,
brilliant.
look, purple. For primary colour, look.
Yeah,
That's where I got it.
it's
The internet messes with colourblind people, and now I'm just going to Google the question because I forgot to Google it earlier.
I've got open purple and green, but there's a new red. Use that one. I'll take it.
Oh,
Okay, that's what that is.
who's ringing the store already? Behave.
Because someone's testing it out. They put it on speed dial.
Speed
You
dial
cheeky
and put it
sods. You put it on speed dial and cut it off.
Who was
The
that?
number.
No, just sent. John just sent a pic. Alan Barlow. Check your mobile, Mr. Ryan.
Who even is that?
Right. So, who's that?
Yeah, I guess it's Hawkeye with a bow.
Is that-
Must be comic book Hawkeye?
A comic book Hawkeye. So what are we saying about this
assuming.
Vision Purple dude? Because I wanted to do the astromech as a glowing Infinity Stone.
All right, shall I put this version of Vision up?
Yeah, come on,
and,
let's-
And people can tell me.
Look at this debate. It's what you lot get for having a colourblind artist teach you how to paint. John's like, damn.
What was I just downloading? Where did I download that? Patience, internet, patience.
There is something about this ship that it really works. It's wicked as an E-wing. And as a femrail fang. And there's part of it, after you lot were talking about resistance, where they're all like in racers, right? All the ships are racers.
Yeah.
I love the idea of that, where all of these
And
were racers.
They're all uglies as well.
Yeah, these are all like,
Yeah.
racer ships.
There's one that's like a. There's one that's like a Kirax cockpit with like. It's got like.
I've never seen it. I'm
It's
really
got
gutted.
like X-wing wings on a Kirax cockpit or something, and there's one that's a TIE cockpit. And I can't
Hey,
get wings out of it.
random. When you get your parcel, bro, there's 2 surprises in your parcel. One's from me and one's from Terminator. Right? So you're gonna have to send Terminator a little hug. It's alright, it'll go alright again in a second. The screen
No. I was saying what you were saying. It's
Yeah.
from Terminator. What's from Terminator?
after a job interview and wish me luck. Oh,
Good
dude.
luck, Caleb.
Good luck, bruv. You'll ruin it. Just be yourself. That's all you got to do. That purple you've got there is too dark to be Vision skin. I don't know if you can mix a colour. So let's open it
It's
up.
definitely darker, but it's still purple.
Yeah, but remember, this is a clear. Right, so you're
Exactly.
seeing its most concentrated colour.
Yeah.
So as I start to put this on, it will be thin. I think I might just go with the purple, you know.
See what happens.
What do you think, John?
Right, so let me put this up for a sec and
Right.
see what people think this colour is. Because it is purple.
Do you know what
but
you
I-
ain't got up as well that I don't like, John?
Yeah,
And what's really thrown me off is the viewer numbers. So I can tell when I should
that
be.
wasn't working too well elsewhere, but I will put them up.
Please.
So that is Vision from the comic book.
It's pretty pink, is he?
It's
Pinky purple?
Yeah.
kind of a pinky purple. But there's also Vision, obviously, from the film.
Hey Zoe, baby girl. The Daltons are coming to Warlords tomorrow.
Are they?
They're travelling. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Okay. I'll keep it a secret between us.
Oh, here as well, guys. Wow. Go on, what are you doing, John?
Just keep Phil.
I'm filling.
You fill.
I'll show you something as well. Oh, let's hide him. Right? You know my son, you know, the girly one, Simeon, that's quite good at X-Wing and keeps winning all of the Weekend Warlords tournaments and not letting anyone have a go at playing.
I've heard of him.
And that's Vision from the film.
He's really dark there.
Yeah.
But what colour is he? What colour is his skin?
He's red towards
It's like
purple.
it's like almost like a red wine kind of colour, isn't it?
Red and magenta.
Yeah.
So there's lots of different interpretations of what colour he is. And what colour's that stone? Is it yellow or green?
It's yellow though.
It's yellow.
I tell you what though, he's not that purple.
No, he's not. That's more like a Hulk shorts purple, isn't
So
it?
do you reckon I should try red and purple mixed?
I think you need.
Let's
more
try
red
mixing it in a
and-
cup.
and try mixing it in cup.
And see what happens before we do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So get rid of that massive picture
Okay. Yeah.
because that's ridiculous.
I'm
It's
trying.
not very professional at all. We can't get rid of it now. That's it.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
it's
screen,
gone.
right? And I want to show you pink.
We've got a little friend.
This is pink. P1NK. right?
Let
he's-
me get a better shot of it. There you go.
There you go. It is P1NK, and he's hydro dipped, and then I have airbrushed his joints and his details and his eyes and bits and bobs. And that's Simeon's prize for doing double. So I'm introducing you to one of the new members of the Weekend Warlord team. Very famous now. This is Pink. If you want to see Pink, you have to message Simeon and ask to
He's
see
the same size as
P1NK.
Bones.
He's the same.
Yeah, he's about the same as Bones. Yeah,
What?
In fact, Bones is up here, so you can
the legend that is
legend that is Bones.
Tim Marsden.
He's wicked, isn't
Current trophy.
he? And here's Bones,
They're
but
about
this
the
is
same.
Pink. Yeah, they're about the same. No, he's taller than than Bones. He's like,
K2SO is taller.
oh, smash
Shorter
it.
than Stormtrooper.
Anyway, that's
Should
Pink.
be.
That's me filling, John. I filled.
You filled.
Right, I filled. Say bye to Pink, everyone. It's the new famous model. It's really cool. You wait till you see him. I might start airbrushing toys and selling them to people. Don't put it on the internet. The 118 will steal it. That's true. It is dark pink. Right, so let's try and mix some of this paint. We'll have those stream that top down.
Yeah, there we go.
Right, this is terrifying. Oh, John.
What's up, dude?
I know what I
There's pets up there. Yeah.
Yes. Right, I got
I
these.
found my cotton buds as well, by the way. if you need
So
them.
let's try
I
this.
think you probably need
I've
them
got
about 10
cotton
episodes
buds.
ago.
So this is a little pipette John's got. 1, 2. Do you know what? I'm just going to do it by eye.
We're in Tony's lab now.
Yeah, this is like we're experimenting. I don't mix colour ever because I'm colourblind, and that is what have I forgotten tonight? I haven't, Dad. I don't think I have. I can't find my tissues though that have gone walkabout. John might get me some in a minute. What have you forgotten tonight, George? Oh, thank you, Shogun. No, that's green, dude.
Yeah, the red's not open.
So yeah, that's your first stretch goal giveaway for those of you putting up viewer figures for me, my
Oh,
darling.
yeah.
Thank you, sweetness.
Well.
Ryan, what's happening in the world of X-Wing, mate? Because you're like down with the kids and that. Has there been any big things happen over the weekend?
Not hugely. There was a high space trial on Gold Square I was watching a little bit of. It was cool.
Where was that?
Fun. That was in Sacramento, I think. It was.
See now what's happened to that colour, guys? It's just gone really dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really dark. Oh yeah, German Nationals. I didn't see it. I didn't know anything about
Can you
German
see-
Nationals though.
Oh, let's-
James,
It's gone kind
I
of.
didn't see any of it, but that was
Muggy.
streamed as well. I can't remember who's streaming that.
Can you see the colour through the actual the light into the cup? Not the main bowl of paint. The colour that's on the edge
It's
here.
like, yeah, that is like very vision actually. The bit that's smeared on the cup, I would say.
That's the right sort of colour.
It is.
I don't want to say yes and then you paint it and go, it's
Yeah.
terrible. But yes.
Here's a thought.
Akash likes
Would it
it.
be better doing it red clear and then tainting it over with a bit of purple? Dusting it.
Walking Outrider agrees with me as well. I think the bit that was smeared on the edge of the cup, it did look very. It looks a lot like the movie version of Vision. That shade.
No, I'm going for it.
Oh God, here we go. Here we go.
Fingers crossed, stream. This is the best thing I've ever watched.
Can you could you get me some tissue, please, darling?
Yeah.
I'm not taking
Like-
responsibility for this.
Like, you guys need to realise that, like, this show, I know it's 2 hours, and I got my stretch goal up, and, like, I do me little bit of money every week, but I put a lot of effort into preparing for this. So this was all day yesterday, and
Checking
then
the
I
colour
spent
out.
all of my working day that wasn't replying to messages and stuff today, painting it, getting it ready. I have got faith, Richie C. Every time I've messed up on stream, we've fixed it, haven't we? And I've got Ryan, which is close by, so I can always punch Ryan.
Yeah.
Blame Ryan. Hashtag blame Ryan.
I'm glad you're here this
Yeah.
week, Ryan.
Right, I'm going to get me 2.5
I'll be your
magnifiers.
shield today, John. I got you.
Yeah. Just get it go bonkers if this doesn't work.
Oh no.
Here we go. I'm terrified. My heart rate has actually raised.
But the colour in the cup is pretty good, I think. So I'm optimistic.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Looks good on your hand as well, to be fair.
Yeah. It's more of a
Yeah.
ready purple.
I'm on board. Totally on board with
It's
this.
definitely a better shade than the purple straight out of the pot.
So with this, guys,
Yeah,
it's
way
basically everything's going to be purple, and then I'm going to clean up. I'm going to hold it from these back
Thank you,
engines because
Fundan.
these back engines aren't going to be purple; they'll just be metal. Thank you, dude.
Cheers, Fundan.
So with the clears, I'm going to go underneath first, light coat.
That's a really light coat.
That's all you do with clears.
Just gently does it.
Gently, gently.
You've got all the free shading already on there.
Yeah, so you just got to get a uniform layer across it, and then the silver shading will pop it out. Which is
Yeah.
very clever.
It's
Very,
really good.
very clever. He's a bit good at this painting thing, isn't he?
He's not
He's a
bad.
bit good.
It is about the silver work you've done underneath.
Yeah.
May I have a go at
So
these
that's-
clears? They are really good. They're good fun. Really good fun to play with.
They give a finish like nothing else, a depth, which is, this is why I want to keep doing the other characters with the same paint type.
The pie's like in
I
the
agree,
colour.
Pie. It's looking good already.
Where's Pups? Remember you said, what did you forget? I forgot my brush to clean the tip of my airbrush. There you go, Pups. It's always something, innit? That's what happens when you get to my age, everyone.
There's so much kit here. I'm not surprised you'd forget something.
I forget something every week, Ryan. Every week. And like my checks are becoming more and more rigorous.
But
And I'm left with such a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment today.
on the bright side, look at all the things you have remembered.
This is true.
There's loads of stuff on the desk that the guys can't see.
He's even got some old Pringles there that were left over from the weekend.
Mice, that's well done.
It was his dinner.
It was 2 weeks running.
Yeah.
Oh,
Richie's
Richie,
like
Rich.
£5.
And that's bigger Rich, because what Richard normally do is buy 500 bits and cheer them one at a time.
like Salty did a minute ago.
Rich wants a ticket. Yeah, by the way, guys, so those of you that are new to the stream and don't know, because we have got some new viewers on tonight, we have a kind of an internet currency called Spondoolies, which is attached to Twitch. And you earn Spondoolies simply by watching and by commenting and by cheering and subscribing to the channel. But you also earn Spondoolies when you donate. That's the best
Thank you,
way
Alan.
to earn Spondoolies. And with all the giveaways we do with the stretch goals, you need Spondoolies to enter.
There we go. On cue.
And
On cue.
And it
And
might be worth
Oh,
mentioning
Paul.
the Stream Boss.
and John, have you chucked a link up for them to donate? Right. So the link coming is where you donate.
The link does go up automatically.
Oh, it does, John. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
some
I will
rotation, isn't it?
do it again.
And so you earn a one Spondoolie for every penny. So, for example, £5, 500 Spondoolies, and the raffle today is 500 Spondoolies a ticket. If you're a subscriber, you get a free one. So that's your way to enter. So that's how you get it. So if you give us a little bit of dollar, you can enter in a lovely competition for a beautiful ship. What do you think? I think that's kind of there, isn't it? Colour-wise.
That is looking good already.
A little bit at the back where it hasn't
I
quite.
like it.
Yellow ashme's
The
good.
Rattlers just tipped us £5, which has tipped us over the margin for the next stretch goal.
Hey, thank you, Rattler. So the Punisher's coming to someone, and the next stretch goal is for a beautiful, beautiful K-Wing.
There it is. That's the one I want.
I will make that a bit bigger, actually. And mention about the Stream Boss.
Oh, yeah, and Stream Boss. Ryan, tell him about Stream Boss. How Stream Boss work.
We don't use it on the Tuesdays.
You know, you're right. So, Stream Boss is whoever's the Stream Boss at any one time is shown at the top of the stream. When somebody donates or cheers bits or subscribes, they knock that health down the Stream Boss, and eventually somebody else will become the Stream Boss. And at the end of the day, whoever's Stream Boss at the end of the thing gets 1,000 Spondoolies.
Yeah,
They get
1,000.
1,000
We've
Spondoolies
upped it,
prize,
right?
yeah.
So if you're Stream Boss at the end, 1,000. So if you had a sub and you won Stream Boss, next week's episode, when I give away something bling, right, you'll be able to instantly get 3 tickets for nothing, which is quite a big deal.
Or you can spend them on the giveaways tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
I'll see what I can find for you guys.
I think
I've
that's
got something.
purple enough.
I think that's just right. in between the right red and the right purple.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think it is.
So
I
it
think
did
that
work,
mix has gone really well, actually. Yeah. The shade is very vision.
right? And you can see, right, as I'm moving it in the light, can you see what the pre-shading's done under the colour? There's light and dark edges on the actual panels that are under that purple hue. Right, so all that's pre-shading. That's all the darks have been put in. So now all I'm going to do is start picking out some of the details. Shenanigans in the house! Right? What I'm going to do, actually, let's airbrush that little astromech bugger. So we said yellow, right? We need to clean out. I'm really... Oh, John, I never brought my cleany brush. I only got nice brushes.
Do you want me to go and find you one?
You got an old scrubby brush? Oh, I love John. I didn't bring my scrubby brush, everyone. You always have like it's an old dry brush. I love that you guys can see that. It's really pretty, the colour.
Why,
So,
you have
guys...
to take our word for it then. That looks like vision. Can you tell?
No, I can't tell at all. I didn't know Vision was... I didn't know Boba Fett was green until like 6 months ago.
There you go.
What colour for the orange and the yellow? What character? Orange and yellow. That's what's like eluded me. I'm not really into that genre of Marvel and all that. Love the films, they're great and all that, but I wasn't a big comic book. Thor? What colour's Thor? He's not yellow or
I'm the same
orange,
as you.
is
I
he?
like the films, but I don't really read the comic books.
No, the store's not open. We just come in. John finishes work. We meet here about 6:30. We do the show and then we go home. Wolvie's everyone's favourite Canadian. Yes, Mark. It's the only one I can think of for yellow. It was yellow and blue, the original one.
Yeah.
The original
I know
Wolverine, wasn't it?
Yeah, I remember watching the 90s cartoon. The X-Men cartoon of it.
Wow, we got
That
50.
Wolverine.
That's amazing. That's actually my brush that I use.
Perfect.
But not my brush, if you know what I
There's a
mean.
few other bits there if you need.
4 is metal and a red cape. Yeah, no, I need to... Old school Aquaman was orange. Ooh, who's that? Coco Bro. I love that name, Coco Bro. Wolverine became an Avenger at one point, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Or
Didn't they all become Avengers?
oh yeah, I think they all did at
I
some
bet there was
point.
even some villains in the Avengers at some point.
There was
If you
Avenging.
find an obscure enough comic.
There is like a reverse Avengers group.
Yeah.
It's got the villains in it.
Of course
You
there
could
is.
jump to DC.
The IP's
and
been
do
going
the
for
Yellow
100 years.
Lantern.
I'd be surprised if there hadn't been.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I thought once I'd started with the whole Avengers thing, jumping across a genre and just going all this random superheroes makes... I've got this weird OCD about them being a group.
If you did Batman, you'd make James's day.
Batman. It's
Yeah.
black though, so boring.
Black and yellow. Yellow Batman
Was
symbol.
James in the stream? I will work out a Batman shit to do. Wow.
Although you could do the grey blue version as well, couldn't you? Grey blue black.
Oh, the old one,
Yeah.
Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
The one true Batman.
I'm sure Batman.
Google
My favourite.
Captain Citrus. Who's Captain Citrus? Is that one of your up north superheroes? Is that just a man that lives north of the border that's eaten a fruit?
Yeah.
Oh, he's canny fitty. He's like man, he had an apple last week. Something like that. That is how Shenanigans Gaming talks as well. I'm sure it is something like that. It's something you sound like that, isn't it? Corin Horner's Batman. There's also Power Man, aka Luke Cage.
Do Invincible Squirrel.
Captain Britain. I remember Captain Marvel glows yellows when she's all powered up.
Invincible Squirrel Girl.
Invincible Squirrel Girl. I'll pass on Invincible Squirrel Girl, John.
She's awesome.
Just for street cred, man.
Ask the stream. Invincible Squirrel Girl. Is she cool?
Are you all up for Invincible Squirrel Girl? Squirrel Girl?
She's my favourite of all the superheroes.
She kicks Wolverine. Not Wolverine.
So, my brush, everyone's been being a bit sticky this last week. It does happen where the needle travels on the inside. So yellow.
Iron Fist. Yeah.
Now, this is quite a dark colour, and I'm worrying that if I start with yellow, it's not really going to show up. So I might actually need to do like a grey first. I'll give it a little go with the yellow, and we'll see where we're at. And then, like the real bright part of it, I'm gonna
read about Squirrel Girl there.
Squirrel Girl is the only hero to have single-handedly beaten Thanos, Galactus, and Doctor Doom. It just all happened off-panel. What do you mean off-panel?
You didn't say it.
Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
And what is she? Fires acorns at people? Does
no,
she?
She's strong. She beats Thanos.
Wow,
That's a good benchmark. Beating Thanos.
Do you like Squirrel Girl, John? Have you got a thing for Squirrel Girl?
Could you blame
Squirrel
him?
Girl. Aquaman with scale effects. That could be. Yeah. You could use those iridescent paints on that. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Human Torch, orange and yellow.
Sorry, off camera. Right. So this is to get the outer glow, right? Ooh, wobbly ship. Oh, can you guys can't see. You guys
No, you're so
can't
close.
See. Let's try doing it like that.
The paint pot covers the ship. It's so detailed work.
Oh my god, I can't get it where I can hit it, and you lot can see what I'm doing.
Well, you need some blue tack or something.
You're getting that close, the air's blowing the ship over.
Yeah, John stuck some paper down to give him a nice clean surface. I'm covering I'm trying to start, and then I realise the pot's in shot.
See just how close you happen to get. Avengers versus Justice League. Yeah, you're right, Rich. That's no contest. Oh yes, Kay, I did. Yeah, I've unwrapped it and sorted it out. Thank you, Kay. I might have some of those for tomorrow. We'll see. I meant to send a message. Found it on Thursday, and I completely forgot to send him a message that I found it. Sorry, Kay. Desi. The Thing as a Desi would be cool.
The Thing as a decimator.
Yeah. Oh, Chirag, you know. The one true list, Chirag. I'm loving it. I can't stop flying it. Every time I fly it, Rasta thinks I'm crazy.
What's that?
Luke Wedgecurran.
I love that. I love it. I've got it on my phone. I've got it on my phone because I like it that much, dude.
It's so much fun to fly. It's awesome. I actually love it. Chirag's the one who started me on it. He brought it down to a tournament. I think it might have been... Was it the July ones, Chirag? I think Chirag brought it for one of them. Played it on the stream, and me and Josh were in here, and we were both watching it like, that looks a bit cool. We both got our phones out writing Chirag's list down, because we really liked it. So
it's just 3 ships you wouldn't think would even fit.
Yeah.
Like point-wise. And then you actually even...
They're pretty slim.
Got stuff on them.
But they've got the essentials. I love flying Luke with R2-D2. That's enough for me. The theme is so strong. That's what I want to fly. I'm loving it.
So I'm going to step up a yellow. In fact, all I'm going to do... No, I'm not. I'm going to clean this out because there's loads of yellow in here. I put way too much paint. And then I'm going to do a very white spot. Like white-yellow spot in there.
Right in the centre.
Yeah, right on top of it. A little bit more of a glow. And then you finish it with a brush. I need a list with a bunch of... Oh, I missed it. Painted like Thundercats
yeah.
and a Desi converted. Painted like Thunderhawk.
That'd be cool.
Wookie Outrider. Not Wookie Outrider. Matt Witham, are you in the chat?
I've spotted. Yeah, he's in there. He's posted a couple of
I
messages.
think
he's around.
Did say he was going for his dinner, didn't he?
No, that was Mr. Standair.
Oh, was it? Hello? Yes, he's there.
Have you got those pictures I sent you of Matt's ship?
Yeah, I should put them up, yeah.
Right, so Matt's awesomely talented, right, in many different fields. I'll give you a few seconds. But in a second, John's going to put up a couple of pictures of a ship Matt converted, which is just out of this world. And he says it's because we've been doing converting stuff, and he's like, I've spent many, many hours wasted on this. Thank you very much. But it looks bloody awesome. It is a decimator. Oh, he's going to send us updated pics. Send it to John. Email it to John right now.
Yeah, I've just seen it, Matt. That is...
He's sick. I'm
amazing.
so jealous.
If you can message me on Facebook, Matt, that would be easier than email.
Message on Facebook.
Yeah, send it direct to John.
What was I doing? I was doing this.
That was a quick steak, Paul. It can't have been that good.
So he come back quite quickly.
It was a little 3 ounce like baby
thought-
steak.
He was worried he might have missed the giveaway. That's what happened.
He was worried.
There we go.
Look at that, guys.
Wow.
Look how cool that is. So that's Hot Rod Decimator Part 1. Right, Matt's going to send you some... How wicked is that? I love the smoothness. It looks at the front as well. You can see that he's going for a like a Mustang.
Yeah.
So good. Look at that, guys. That's the RAC theme. That's the other weekend. It looks amazing. Oh, wicked. You know what, Mark? It's one of my favourite ships I ever painted or ever did for anyone.
Yeah.
How good's that, Lee? I will be... I shall be picking his brains as to what he's done there.
Yeah. It's a very nice remodel he's done there.
Really,
Very cool.
And that's just part 1. I know it is, and he will have super detailed it more when he sends in those photos. So I'm going in with like a yellow white. Oh, that wasn't meant to happen. There was a bit of undry paint in there. So just drying off. Yeah, the spoiler's wicked, Dean.
Matt Wilson sent a photo of Weekend Warlords.
Hold on, guys. My airbrush is being
Gonna
a,
have before and after.
being a stinker.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Oh, he's lit it.
Wow.
Oh, let's see. Wait till you see this, guys.
Oh my god. That is amazing, Matt. Wow.
Let's do that one first.
Ready, guys? Wait for this. Look at that.
That is just ridiculous.
Look at it.
It's so good.
Look at the exhaust pipes.
You wait till you see the back.
Look at that.
Ah, sweet.
Just wow.
Look at that. I changed my mind, Matt. I want that. I'll give you back the Decimator R1. You give me that and I'll paint it. And I'll keep it.
That is just
Forever.
insane.
That is mental. Matt, everyone, is ridiculously talented. Ridiculously talented. Yeah, leave that up there. Look at that picture. Matt, you got to drill out those exhaust pipes, bro. I'm sorry. You need to drill out those exhaust pipes.
Yeah.
And you do need, honestly, you see on those really flat areas, you need one or two tiny little like geometrical shapes just to break it up a tiny bit, bro. They don't have to be all over, but you need one or two. You know what I'm talking about. Another layer of rectangles or squares or whatever. Well, what's being said that's funny? Tell me.
Just Lee wants it naturally.
Of course Lee wants it.
Shazbot wants to know where to see more of Matt's work.
It doesn't have a page or anything.
No,
Just...
Matt's not traditionally thought of as a painter or model maker. He's an acrylic cutter genius extraordinaire.
Yeah, he is.
And those of us that know him know that his talents extend into all things artistic, really.
But we'll keep putting this stuff up if you keep building.
Yeah, you build it, mate, and
Yeah.
we'll show it off.
Matt, that is amazing. Very impressive. That is glowing nicely there, boss.
It's getting there. Really glowy. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted it
Very
So
really.
he's
Camera.
torn about the Gribblies. Might put some little ones on.
No, it's not so much Gribblies, mate. Imagine where you've got that big flat that you just cut, you know, like following the edge, just a piece, a single very thin layer of plastic. I'm not talking about riveting it and doing all that. Those really big, wide flats, they show up a little bit because of the lack of detail to the others. And you don't need to go mad. You just need another repetitive. Personally, I'm just giving you purely my opinion. Don't do anything you're not comfortable with. Test fit stuff, cut it, put it on and look at it.
Just put
Yeah,
a tiny dab of
just to-
super glue and then
Yeah,
always break it
you
off
don't
or
even
something.
have to. You can just cut it, a bit of blue tack, and that's what I do
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Just to blend it into the factory panels a bit more, you mean? So it looks a bit more similar to what exists.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah.
So a touch more white. So that, see that little bit of yellow, that was out of my
Stripes,
airbrush. Just a bit more white right on the top. Bit of
Well, this is
warp.
where it gets really finely detailed.
Well, it's just we're just washing in lighter colours right on the tip now.
Like that Captain America astromech you did.
Yeah, this
That
is
was-
actually really undetailed.
Yeah, compared.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this. I was like, should I give it a little R2 and all that? And I was like, no, just leave it as a
Doesn't need
stone.
it. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of the glow done. You can see, got a nice glow radiating out, and then finish with a brush. So we've got his infinity stone.
Yeah, the camera shows that quite nicely, actually.
It does actually, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, then let's
What colour? Bullet green would look cool. Yeah. Yeah, do it like a bullet car.
ponder in black and
Yeah.
white metal.
Yes.
What, Bullet from the film Bullet? Yeah.
Dissimilar.
Ponder in black on black, matte on gloss. Oh, it's interesting. I do get what you're doing with that one. Gloss stripes, right? Not gloss and then matte stripes. I don't know though, dude. Black's a bugger, man. That'd look amazing. Candy red. Look ridiculous, candy red, Matt. And you've got these big panels where you could put a beautiful fade on the silver and then candy red it like a proper American hot dog,
Yeah,
hot rod.
go all out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
proper
yeah,
full on.
Yeah, Mustang. With white or black stripes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if it needs stripes. Yeah, white stripes
Yeah.
on red would look
Hmm.
flipping lovely.
Yeah.
Especially if
Gloss
they
white.
were blued first
Yeah.
and then white, just so you had a little hue of blue coming at the edge
Yeah. Yeah.
against the red, so you
Yeah.
have the opposite side of the colour
Yeah.
wheel. Yeah, guys, donate. We got £60 to go. We ain't got that long. We got like an hour and a quarter, something like that. If you want to win that K-wing, get donating, my lovers.
A whole K-wing to give you guys.
Got a whole K-wing that we want you to win. You've already getting a Punisher. Right, so all I'm going to
Yeah.
do is I'm going to start on...
So you two can live your Death Reign fantasies.
Who don't want to live a Death Reign fantasy?
Exactly. I was very jealous when you got that ship.
I am going to be putting that ship on the table. I'm waiting for it to become
really?
hyperspace.
Ah.
That'll be nice when it hits hyperspace.
Yeah.
Just have a bit of fun with it. And do you know what? If these droid swarms keep becoming as prevalent as they are, Death Raid will
Yes.
actually be ridiculously good again.
Well, the one at the high space trial said it was in America the weekend.
Heaver
that
was
won
running.
by droids.
No, it was won by Duncan Howard with his double Jedi.
Well, not the one I was watching. Oh no, I think that was no. Droids got to the final, but they were beaten by Resistance salad list. Resistance salad's actually quite good.
The 4-ship Resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the strongest lists going.
Yeah.
Comes in many different
But
varieties.
yeah, in the finals up against like another Seer swarm of droids, which is quite cool. 7 ships is a lot of ships to deal with. But yeah, you're right.
I'm pretty sure Heaver was playing Howard in the hyperspace,
I didn't
and
see
Howard beat him, and he was running Anakin and Mace.
with what? Was that it?
That's it.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah, it was mental, and I would love to.
Who
have
would do
seen-
that, Akash?
But it actually, yeah,
2 Jedi. No one's that crazy.
no, I've never done nothing like that.
Yeah, Finn, Greer, Cover, and Temin. You're right. Whoever that was. That's what it was. The Mark Terminator. Yeah, Terminator was watching as well. I spotted him in the chat. He was there watching. Yeah, there's a couple of interesting lists. I really like the droids are quite interesting. I find personally.
Yeah, guys, talk
I've already
X-wing
flown
with
them,
Ryan. That's why Ryan's
Yeah,
here
go
as well,
Who's flying what?
because we've got a big night tomorrow.
Don't forget to
Yeah,
renew
there'll
your
be
subs as
another-
well, guys. If you
Oh yeah.
your subs have dropped.
Yeah, don't
Appreciate
forget
get our subs back up.
your Twitch Prime doesn't renew automatically, guys. So if you
Yeah.
use Twitch Prime, sub to us, double check it, and get some spondoolies because I've got some giveaways tomorrow as well.
Ooh,
Get excited. There's always something going on, isn't there?
always.
I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be. We'll see. The fight, yeah, K's 5 Jedi. If no one's seen, there's some nice painted pictures of them as well. K's done because he's painted all 5 different paint schemes and matching dials as well. They look brilliant.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice,
they're
man.
very nice. Are there many Sunday September tickets left, John?
Yeah, there's a few left. You might be all right for next
Because-
week.
Who's
I can't
that?
guarantee it, but yeah.
Mr. Stander.
Mr.
It's the
Stander.
last opportunity to get a veteran coin.
Yeah, next month, guys, the
Oh, yeah.
last one.
Yeah, so I could talk veteran coin a little bit. So we got them 2 more to give away. There's the 10 MOV ones are pretty much set, guys.
Unless 2 people win from that 10 next.
Yeah,
next month,
yeah.
that
So
could change things
the
up a
thing
bit.
the thing is at the moment, the top 10 at the moment, the gap between 10th and 11th
It's massive.
is about 2,000 MOV.
Yeah.
And if you get that much in a weekend, you've probably won a coin at some point. You know what I mean? So, because like if you think Simeon, the 2-day Simeon one, he got about 1,600 MOV each day. He won.
And the second day was nearly 1,800. It was
it?
ridiculous.
Bonkers.
The boy's
But
just not normal, is he?
But yeah, on average, about 1,300 MOV gets you a coin. So by the time the people who are 2,000 behind have made it, I'm actually in 11th.
You're
Really?
close, aren't you?
I'm really. I've done the double in the commentary booth at least the last 2 months. I'm not sure about the 3rd month ago.
Yeah.
Going back, but every time I've done double in the commentary booth, I've gone up the rankings because people out in front of me have won coins.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. So I'm in 11th, but I'm about 2,000 MOV behind, and I'm not going to be here for one of the days anyway. I'm not here for the Saturday, so and I'll probably be commentating Sunday anyway. So the point is, if those 10 people show up in any form, they've basically won a coin. Some of them already have, most of them already have. But if they all show up, they've won a coin outright. Whether they
And
do
yeah,
it
if
by
you
MOV or
are
by
one of the
tournament
MOV holders, that's the tour. The Sunday tournament is the tournament to be at least, because we will be, if you're in the room, be handing out those coins.
win. Yeah, they're all
To the
I'm
MOV
hoping
winners.
to be here and do the quick calculation and work out what's what.
Well, I'll be here on the Sunday, John. So I'll
Yeah.
probably be in the booth,
Yeah.
and we can sort it out then.
Yeah, yeah.
But I won't be here on the Saturday, unfortunately.
But interestingly, if one of those 10 does win a coin by actually winning, that would put you into the top
It
MOV.
Does, but Steve Faze is about 20 MOV behind me.
And he
So
might be
Steve
playing-
turns up in any capacity, he's ahead of me,
Yeah.
right? And so I don't think I'm going to do it, but I'll be commentating the Veterans Tournament anyway. So,
Yeah.
so I don't want. I'll just commentate. It's fine.
Thank you for
which is
that,
cool.
Shazbot GG.
So yeah, guys. The
Also,
boat-
you know, there might be one of the 10 that, like, I can't make that tournament, so it might actually be the top 12, or there might be 2 of them. Do you know what I mean? In the top 10 that are like, I can't make it. You might as well hand it to the next one. then.
maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Ryan, let's play the stream. I dropped the astromech from Obi, and crack shot from Annie, and have 3 points. I'm thinking invitation dead.
How have you got crack shot on Annie?
Annie
Oh,
in the
little
boo has a talent
stupid
slot.
Annie.
I think, and I've thought about why that is, by the way. And my assumption is battle meditation. I think they just don't want it on that platform for some reason. That seems to be the only upgrade that you would want to lock out of that ship. Or maybe it's just for fluff reasons in that he's not trained in the Force. But I mean, neither.
Why hasn't he got a Force power? Is that what they're
Yeah,
asking?
it's a Force slot rather than talent slot.
He
'Cause the
shouldn't.
only
He
Force
shouldn't
user has
have a
Force
Force
He has a
slot
talent slot.
because he's not. He's just acting on instinct at that
Sense
point.
would be interesting. Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? Fluff wise,
Yeah. But if you're spending a Force to sense, I mean, I know you don't have to spend a Force to use sense, but if you are, then you're not using it to use as barrel roll and stuff. So, I can't think of anything that would be that broken on him why they've done it. But battle meditation maybe sticks out. Cheap coordinate is always good.
I don't think they've done it because it's broken. I think they've done it because it's
Just
thematic.
fluff. Yeah, I couldn't really. There wasn't anything that stuck out to me as like that's definitely why he's got a talent rather than the Force. So Obi astromech, because Obi had an R4 astromech, which saves you 2 points. Then you say crash off 3 points. Intimidation or Daredevil. I assume you mean on Anakin and EPT on Anakin. I can't see any better than Crackshot, to be honest, James. Because the thing is, if you're using him as a torpedo, he's a torpedo lobber in your list, right? Which is really good use for him because he's got the Force. There's no real good EPT that helps you with that because Predator's primary only, Crackshot's primary only, as we remembered after the game. So I can't really think of anything that would help you for 3 points.
Couldn't you give him that composure
To be honest,
so he could fail a barrel roll, get a focus, move, and then take an action?
you can't trigger composure with the part ability because the part ability is not action, so it doesn't trigger composure. If you fail Anakin's special barrel roll, you don't trigger composure.
Do you not?
No. If you did for a point, that'd be bonkers. Yeah, I would absolutely do that all the time for a point. It'd be bolted to him pretty much because then you could focus evade target lock.
Yeah.
Like, that's just silly. But actually, having force evade target lock is almost as silly anyway. So you don't really need to be doing that. I think there's probably a good argument for a 3-point bid, James. To be honest, I don't think there's any upgrade necessarily that's gonna. There's no upgrade. I mean, Crackshot's nice, right? And R4 is nice on Obi-Wan, but there's no upgrade that's really going to transform your list for 3 points. It's a case of comparing it to the bid, I think, and you get a little bit of utility out of whatever you put on for those points, but you're not gonna blow minds with it with that +3. But I really like the list you had there, man. It was really good, really strong. Shouldn't that be similar for Raylo? She's not showing much in the Force. But then you could also argue that for how much did Ezra show in his Way of the Force, and at what point is the Ezra pilot taken from? Luke Skywalker himself, right? If the card in the game is Luke Skywalker in Episode 4,
Yeah.
But
Well,
then how
Return
is-
of the Jedi should have 16 Force tokens.
exactly. But
Give me
why,
that shit.
but should Luke have a Force talent slot? If you're basing it on that, Luke, it's tricky. So I find it a bit strange giving Anakin the talent slot in the Naboo, but it's cool.
Right. So I just silvered my engines. I'm going to start getting some washes. I'm going to use traditional
They're popping nicely.
Agrax Earthshade Known Oil. I'll
Classic.
start with Agrax. Start with Known Oil. So because I'm not going to be taking this stuff off, I normally use the Vallejo, but I'm a bit terrified of putting that Vallejo wash anywhere near these clear coats. If you
Oh,
remember.
really?
A bad effect at one time.
So
wasn't
we're
it?
just
yeah, because that required a whole
we're just going to coat.
fix on stream, didn't it? That one. Yeah.
Problem with those clear coats, they do take a little longer to go off than
Yeah,
normal
but
paint.
the next day it did the same.
Did it?
Yeah, I tried it at home and it still removed it.
Ah.
Someone was talking about the possibility that, because I don't remember that ever being the case when I used the original Forge World ones, but the actual, the chemical consistency could have changed. So it may not be exactly the same, and that's why they're being affected by it now. Whereas
very
I don't,
similar
because remember when I
colour,
did the
isn't it? But,
IGs, I remember going over them and they never had any problem with it.
Okay, so it's like a recent thing.
It is.
Really recent then, because the IGs are not that long ago.
Well, they were with the original Forge World product, whereas this, the problems I had were with the newer stuff,
Yeah.
the new, because it become a Games Workshop product then.
Yes.
Ooh, it's a little bit wet under there.
Paul's already got his list sorted for Sunday.
Oh,
He's
is
ready
he?
to win a coin. Yeah.
Sorry for laughing.
I believe in you, Paul.
I believe in you, Paul. You do know the world champion's coming, don't you?
But you can't win the coin. You just
It
gotta,
doesn't matter.
You just
I
got to
think
draw nicely to avoid it.
what you all need to do is just not let him win another 2 tournaments.
Right. It's
You can't win again. I can't find another double.
You're going to have to, mate. You still owe him one.
I know.
If you guys are down next
Imagine
month
if he
and you
does
wanna
it.
win
That's
the
6
coin,
on the trot. No one's ever done 6 on the
No,
trot.
it's
ridiculous.
I had some ridiculous numbers, but 6 on the trot, I think,
Do,
even.
do two, 4 on the trot. It's bad enough.
Yeah, 4 on the trot already sets the record, doesn't it? Yeah, guys, if you want to come down and get a coin next month, if you're really serious about getting a coin, if Simeon's in the room, lose the first game and then submarine like an absolute boss, and just avoid him all day.
Look, ultimately,
if you run
Sim
Simeon,
is a coin holder, and 4 weeks running, he has won, but 4 people have got a coin. So all you need to do is make it that, well, Sim's my acceptable loss. I just need to conserve MOV and win the other 4 rounds.
Yeah, you just need to get MOV.
I need to
really.
expect I'm getting spanked
because it's
against Simeon.
gonna be a 4-1 who wins the coin.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4 and 1.
Save me another double prize.
It was nearly a 3-2.
I expected to do it like 2 or 3 times, possibly, but yeah.
No one can stop him. No one can stop him at the moment. It's ridiculous. I keep telling him when I get in the morning and I'm just setting the stream up. I'm like, I don't want you yet. I'll see you in the final. And it keeps happening.
A friend of mine messaged me, a guy who I do some painting for, and he was saying about how he's going to take Simeon's list to a tournament. And I said, and he says, "How do you feel about it?" And I said, "I've tried it, and I get it's really strong." I says, "But you can't remove the chaos theory that is the boy, right?" And like, because he was going, I'm really worried about going against higher pilot skill, which is the sort of thing I look at the list and I worry about, and I'm like, yeah, but Sim would just smash it. Like when he played Lewis with triple PS 5, 6, whatever it was, and the bid over Sim, I was like, oh, Sim's gonna. Sim just ruined.
Yeah, Lewis had Suntive, Vader, and Duchess, and Simeon had 3 I4s,
and he never lost the ship. Right? So it's like, what? How did that happen?
That's not the normal rules of X-Wing.
Right,
That's not
so-
how that works.
And like until you've seen something like, because I don't even see it, it just happens, and it happened like 30 minutes. When it was like, game's over, finished.
Well, you were a victim last weekend, weren't you?
Oh, he smashed me a bit.
Yeah.
Smashed me a bit. He really did. So
If he's doing that to you, we're all in trouble.
yeah,
So there's
has-
not really any hope for the rest of us if he's smashing you across the table.
well, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. I'll take that as a compliment. But yeah, he did. He gave me a good spanking, man. I weren't ready at all for what his list does or how it operates.
No, he's so. I was talking to him about.
He just has this confidence as
I was
well.
like, have you thought about
Where I'm like, I'm going to
changing
watch this. Every other procket I shot throughout the day. So, oh, who did that? Tartan
Mr.
James.
Finlayson.
Thank you, dude. Tartan wants that K-Wing, baby. I don't blame you. That's a B-17 bad boy bomber. You need that in your life. Every other procket I shot on Sunday, I hit with 5. Like, just straight out of hand.
Yeah.
Every time. Sim, 3. And then he dodged 2.
Yeah.
And it was like, what?
And then that one damage you do, he regens it.
Yeah, it was exactly that.
Yeah.
And there was just no
Really?
fear. There was just no fear in his face. He was like, yeah, that's going to happen now. Watch this.
Yeah.
Double evade.
He's already calculated
Yeah.
the problem, how much of a problem that caused him. And
Yeah.
the answer is not really.
Nah, because you're going to only hit with 3 and I'm going to dodge 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Exactly.
yeah, he is a good boy.
I've taken Simeon very close, but I've never beaten him. And I wouldn't want to play him in his current form.
His current form is ridiculous.
No. I'm all right in the booth, thanks, guys. I stay in here for safety.
I played Sim once, lost obviously, it wasn't a complete ass kicking.
Yeah. We've all been there, Paul.
So yeah, the only thing about using GW inks is they now take a while to dry. Where's my air dryer, John?
It should be around there somewhere.
I don't know, I haven't moved it.
Is it on
seen
top
it.
of the printer? No?
Not. Oh well, don't worry about it. Is it in my drawer? No.
I remember seeing it last week.
Problem is, if you start moving around too much, the old section's fall down.
I'm worried you might be right, Haney.
What's that?
Might not even be Sim's final form.
What do you mean, final form?
He might just keep getting better.
Oh, if he practiced, I hate to
It's
think.
the annoying thing.
I hate to
only
think
see him
how
at
good
tournaments.
he doesn't play any other time.
It's,
So you need to think about this, that he picked a list that he wrote the night before, and since he picked that with no practice, he has won the 4 tournaments that he has been to with it. He has lost a single game.
and he still won that
Yeah,
tournament.
it's 5-10 in like 20 games.
Yeah.
And he still won that tournament.
Absolutely insane. The guy cannot be stopped at the moment. I've never seen him do that good, probably since he won the actual world title.
He's just really clicked as well with the list.
Watching the 3 games that he played on stream when he won the title, he's like that again now. He's like that scary. He's found it again.
He's seen that from Kai. Kai's just thought.
It's round 1, someone next to me. He's a parent German guy next to me and says, "Why do you
Just
play
about
Symphony?" I'm just... That's amazing.
I'm Italian. Might be that.
Oh
Proper
dear.
good. Proper good. Right, I need to hit a little bit more, unfortunately, underneath. Because it didn't quite take to all of it. Oh,
The Sim proceeds to take him apart, Kay. He lost was on stream. Was it?
funny part is the game he lost. Yeah, it was. Wasn't it against Bengar or something?
No, he beat Bengal last week.
Who was it that beat him?
Oh no, there was one game where he did lose, but we lost
yeah,
the actual
And you lost the
didn't we?
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When was
so
that?
that
It
that was the game I said if it's not on camera it didn't happen.
I can't remember which game it was.
How can you have a stream game and no proof that you won? So clearly you're lying. So Sim must have won.
Was that was actually against Ben, I think. That might have been against
Yes, it was.
Sure, it was
yes,
against
I remember
Ben,
now.
and Ben won.
Because we were looking back
Yeah.
to see when.
And he was really upset
Yeah,
lost the game
because it was
Yeah.
lost.
Yes, it was Ben.
Yeah.
That
Ben
Ben,
Fox, yeah.
Ben was like the last person to beat him before his lost last month as well. Very few people
Yeah,
get to
Ben
beat
beat
him
him,
at the
there was
moment.
no evidence.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, it was Bengal. He was gutted.
Yeah, I can't remember how we managed to do that, man. I'm sure it's something to do with me.
So you see the traditional what they call shades or the inks. They have their places. They work really well on metals and things. I don't like using them on like the main flat panels. I don't use them for pin washing. I don't use nothing like
You
that.
wouldn't use them for weathering, would you?
No, not really. I use them for streaking
Yeah.
because then I know it's almost like a permanent marker I'm using. You
Yeah.
know. Took his
Looks really
turn,
good.
That's why he keeps winning. And what was this? Yeah, he did. Sim's the reason why Ben's toes like that.
Yeah. I was very happy for Bengal getting his coin. Though.
Oh yeah, so was I, and he did it with 4 Vipers, which is
It's pretty awesome.
like yeah.
Have they actually got his team?
Ben, yeah, I gave him one on Tuesday.
Did
He
you?
popped
Yeah.
in, yeah. So we did a brief presentation on the stream, and Ben has been given. I've not given Laszlo one yet though. I've not bumped into Laszlo. So if we see him next month's tournament,
He might be on stream. Sometimes he's on stream.
Yeah, so if we see Laszlo around, we can present him with his prize finally.
So
Trading his 50p.
Agrax Earthshade, not the whole engine, just like 2/3 of the engine
Oh, just create like a gradient across.
up to the barrel, yeah, to create some smoky brown.
Nice. It's looking very good. Already it's changed quite a lot compared to when you first got it out. It's the cockpit. It's the T70 cockpit.
It is a T70 cockpit.
Yeah.
I've smashed up so many X-wings. I have so many cockpits lying about. I'm like, I've got to do something with them.
He's got no choice but to build these ships.
Yeah.
Fair.
And while this is drying, because we still got to do the engine glows, I'll start doing a bit of the edging on the actual main
Yeah.
purple
Maybe
colour.
Ship profiles and resistance.
This what?
Which
Yeah,
ship
do you know
maybe?
what? It reminds me of it a little bit as well, funnily enough.
What does Poe fly that isn't a T-70?
He flies that Black Ace, doesn't he?
I only remember seeing him fly a Blue Squadron T-70.
No, it's in the Resistance cartoon. That's what it's.
Oh no, I've seen it all.
Have you?
I can't think of the ship.
John's on it. Look
I
at
just
him.
had a blank. I do really like the TV show though.
What format was that on? What channel, so to speak?
Disney.
Disney.
XD, wasn't it?
I ain't got that.
Yeah, it was good fun. It was a very slow start, but the last 5 or 6 episodes really strong. Really like it. I went back and finished it off because they announced the new ships, and I was like, I probably should know where those ships come from. And it does reward you if you sit through it all. It does reward you. I'm looking forward to season 2 of it. Well, they've announced that the trailer for season 2 of Resistance looks really cool as well.
Is it going to be a bit like Rebels was, where one was a bit kiddie to get them in, and then it become a bit more fan based?
It kind of does that all in one season, in my opinion. The end of the
Really?
season actually draws you in a lot.
Right.
The start is really kiddie, and it's sort of kind of like, well, why are we actually? What is happening here? You know what I mean? What is the point of this? But the last 5 or 6 episodes of season 1, really good, really fun and interesting, and I like a lot of the characters as well. It's just Tam I don't like. Apart from that, they're all cool.
Who's Tam?
She's the
Sexist.
um,
She's the only female
she's the mechanic
character.
who's really jealous of Kaz when he gets to fly the fireball. Yeah, only 2. Yeah, it said season 2 is going to be the last.
Is there a way
Shit.
to gift Spondooli's job? Yeah, we could probably do it for you.
Who's asking? that?
Rattler. Are you wanting to give Little and some Spondoolis, Rattler? Because John can fiddle.
Yeah.
I can do something.
Well, we'll wait to see what he's got to say.
I'm not spoiling anything, Boba Fett. I'm saying if you want to go and watch it, go and watch it. But it's really good.
I can't actually find it.
It does actually tie into Force Awakens
Is
quite
that it?
nicely as well. That's the Fireball, which is the ship they're actually releasing as well, which is a bit strange. I don't know what this ship.
Oh, do you know something that has popped in my head? We were talking about the Hulk. When that
Have I
new scum ship, you know, from the Bounty Hunter,
No,
the TV series.
I haven't seen any ships out of that.
Yeah, he's got this new massive ass ex-military dirty ship. That might be a good Hulk. Go on, guys. What's it called?
I haven't
Oh
seen
yeah,
it.
can you give her 100?
100, yeah.
It's a lucky call sign from Rattler. In fact, John, just give her 100 from Uncle Rasta.
Aye.
You keep yours. No one else asked though, because I don't like any of you lot as much as I like lucky call sign. You're all here just so lucky
That's
call
fair.
sign's got a stream to watch. So all I'm doing now is I started off with silver. It's like a chainmail silver, and I am just with this one going to start catching these edges. I don't want to. I am going to do a little bit of chipping, but I don't want to go super chippy.
Yeah.
And
Oh, Vision was quite clean cut, wasn't he?
yeah, but I mean,
So
you still need to remember that
you need a bit of detail.
you're painting. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're painting something that's abstract anyway, so it's not
Yeah.
actually vision.
No, I know.
You know what I mean. And
Yeah, Kenobi series.
oh, lucky call sign. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lucky.
Remember, guys, if you subscribed, you get an extra ticket when you enter the giveaways.
Yeah, you do.
That's it, there, is it?
That's one of the Aces ships, which is like it's like a Kirax body with a TIE fighter cockpit. I don't
Yeah.
even know where those wings are.
Guys, remember as well, in a little while, I'm going to be asking you a question. And when I ask you that
Bonkers.
question, you need to phone the store with your answer and your name, and I will be
Can't wait
giving
for
away
this.
a special prize. So those of you that have just joined us, get on the internet and Google the number for Weekend Warlords and get it on your speed dial on your phone. It's like a 1980s telephone. That's the look we're going for.
No one actually came out and fessed that they had already called the store. Someone did. though.
Somebody put it on speed dial
Yeah.
before we started.
I bet you any money it was Tartan James.
yeah, I think he's the prime suspect.
Clearly the prime suspect.
And what will they have to do when they ring?
And they'll have to tell you the answer and their name, and that's it.
And nothing else.
Nothing else. If there's any other words, they're disqualified,
Yeah,
John.
I'm not even going to pick the phone up and say hello. I'm just going to pick it up.
And I'm going to remind
And
myself of what the answer was.
What's the question?
It was this.
I better know.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So,
There's going to be some frantic Googling on that one.
Random sent a message to the store.
he has.
It's weird because I actually had a conversation about that a couple of days ago with somebody.
What about?
That answer and question.
And what was the name of the bounty hunters ships, guys? You know the one from the new
Mandalorian
the Mandalorian. That's it, the Mandalorian ship. They'll all know.
I mean, I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot of things to get excited about. So the Mandalorian's already lined up. We got more Resistance coming.
They'll put that on DVD, won't they?
Yeah, at some point. Well, obviously, there's the Obi-Wan stuff's just been announced. There's a Cassian
Oh,
Andor
what have
stuff.
they announced?
There's going to be an Obi-Wan. Well, I don't know if it's been properly announced yet, but Ewan McGregor signed up to do
So
an Obi-Wan.
apparently we showed this on a previous episode, and Random Henry's saying that's Poe's ship.
No, that's one of the Aces.
That's
not
Black
Poe.
Ace. It's Poe. You get it in Lego and it comes with Poe.
Yeah.
It must
That
be
ain't
Poe's.
Poe's. It's that's one of the Aces ships in the show. I can't remember what the Aces' name is though, because they're not really mentioned after that. But they're just the pilots. They're just the best racers at the station, and it's one of those. But it's a brilliant, and they're all sort of uglies like that, where the has been announced properly. Obi-Wan has been announced properly. That's cool. It is a TV show. Yeah, so we've got that to look forward to. More Obi-Wan with Ewan McGregor as well, which is the key thing. Mandalorian coming out, more Resistance TV show, and the Cassian Andor one, which nothing's been really said about for a while. After they announced it, they haven't really said anything for a long time. But I really like Cassian. Rogue One's my favourite Star Wars movie, and whenever time we discuss that, quite a few people pop in the chat and say, "Yeah, I agree with you. Rogue One's the one."
I don't know if it's my favourite. It's one of my favourites.
That's fair. It's always subjective.
Without that, but
seems
it's
to have-
definitely one of my favourites. It's a really good film.
Because we are always massive. We are all massive Star Wars nerds, really, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Rogue One went down very well within that group. People who were
Oh yeah,
big
I
nerds,
agree.
big
I
into
agree.
it,
I
whereas
agree.
people who were like very casual Star Wars fans were not that bothered. But it was a proper fan service film. I think Rogue One in many ways. So yeah, more Cassian. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, my kids didn't get Rogue One. I mean, Simeon got it, but Scarlett and Mia, all they could say was, "Everyone died."
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
like, "What?
Yeah.
What the hell, Dad?"
Yeah.
It's because they didn't have the history with what it was leading up to, if
No.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, you couldn't have those characters surviving because they weren't in the films anyhow.
No, absolutely. But what I'm getting at is that they were like, "What?
Yeah.
How's this a good film?" Where at the end, all of the heroes
It's
are dead.
really sad. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Vader just comes in and kills everybody. Which is pretty crazy.
yeah, they all get nuked as well, didn't they? At some
Yeah.
point,
Yeah, Death Star
Nuked
shoots Scarif.
or shot before they're nuked.
Yeah, everyone. Oh, I love how it ends as well, Haney.
Yeah.
The whole Scarif sequence, just incredible. On ground and air, the whole thing is
I
just
wasn't
fantastic.
initially convinced by it, but I think it's now my favourite Star Wars film.
It's just the battle. I was watching it again
The
yesterday.
space battle
or
and the
day
ground
before.
battle was amazing.
Yeah, a couple of days ago, I went back and watched it, and really, all you do is you fast forward to the bit just where they set off the explosion on Scarif.
Yeah.
On all the pads,
Yeah.
and there's that shot up in the the tower in the centre of Scarif the Imperials have. There's that shot out the window there, and you're just watching whole loads of explosions go off.
Yeah.
And it's like you just watch it from there,
And he's like,
I'm just there
"Are we all blind?
Yeah.
Deploy the garrison!"
Just there
It's got
screaming
some
at
great
TV.
lines in it.
Yeah, it's so.
You know,
Krennic's
Yeah.
wicked.
Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn does an amazing job as Krennic.
yeah.
Really, really
Love,
fantastic
like-
job.
And he's like got messed up teeth. He's
Yeah.
like a real person.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
The acting right at the beginning
Even
with
the pilot, the what's his name?
Bodhi Rook.
Bodhi.
Bodhi's brilliant. Yeah,
he's brilliant. in
I love the whole crew.
it.
in
I'm the
that.
pilot.
In-
I'm the pilot. I'm the pilot.
Yeah, I just love that film. And for some reason, the Ewing was what I pulled out of it. Still love that ship.
I think it's a very cool bit of design, the Ewing.
Yeah.
Very cool bit of design.
I watched when I watch it back now. I'm like, why did I pull that ship out? It's barely in the film, but
It's not at all. It's the complete hero ship.
Yeah, agreed. K2SO's great droid.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And they got that level of humour right.
it's
with
a toss up, right?
But you don't like K2SO?
No. I'm saying it's open to debate. It's between R2D2, K2SO, and Leet.
I think K2SO. I like his droid.
Oh, I like-
That's
I
a
like-
hard choice.
It is a hard choice.
They've all got very different, very brilliant senses of humour.
Yeah.
I really love all three.
I like Leet as well. I always liked Leet as a character.
Yeah.
I adore Leet in the Solo movie. She's absolutely amazing. But yeah, Star Wars just has the ability to keep making new and exciting characters, and I think Resistance does that as well. Actually,
I think it's strange, isn't it? Because you compare something like Rogue One to The Last Jedi.
see, I'm all on board with Last Jedi.
Yeah, but it's not a great film, and it just shows that he can make a great film. There are
It
great
has
moments.
great moments.
There are great moments in that.
And for me, that's
also
enough.
some really poor moments.
There are, yeah.
No, that's not enough, Ryan.
For me, it is.
It isn't for those of us that
Fair enough.
have been with it for so long. No, there was some great bits.
Your mileage may vary, sir.
Some great bits, but
Yeah,
But-
but I mean the whole thing where they go off to the casino and that just doesn't really make much sense.
There's some good things that come out of that, but it does take too much time.
There are
There's some bits of that where you're just like, this doesn't need to be here. But there's some interesting stuff like DJ is a really interesting character, and he doesn't need a whole lot of screen time at all to make a very important point. I think, which I really like.
which is
Just about why there's actually within the context of the galaxy, no one really cares what you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
we already
like the
know that.
yeah. But it's interesting having that presented is what this like. All the Star Wars movies present this war as like everything, and here's this guy going, "Is it though?" I just really like that for some reason. I think it opens up a whole new sort of context. It's like, actually, you know what? I've got other stuff going on, mate. I don't really care about your war. I've got my own life. I'll go off and do whatever I want.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like
Agree with Random Haney.
I think that's
Chopper
interesting.
season 2 Rebels is great.
Chopper. Oh yeah, Chopper's the
Chopper-
fourth in that
Chopper's-
debate as well for
Chopper's
best droid.
And,
How can I
and
forget
season
Chopper?
2's where the showdown between Ahsoka and Vader in it.
yeah, at the end.
think that's
Oh
season
my
2,
God,
yeah.
the best
That's-
two-part.
Really,
That's just
really good.
the most amazing thing ever. Just that line that she has.
Yeah, that is really good.
If they,
Apart,
if they don't bring her back,
as long as we can all agree to ignore the bit where the Inquisitors use their blades as helicopters.
That was a bit silly.
That was
but
also the same episode. Oops.
It just shows.
I'm all up for silly stuff, but that was just like, what's Mary Poppins doing here? You know what I mean? Like,
Sorry, Random, if I've spoiled that. I didn't mean to. He says he hasn't got there yet in that episode. But
yeah, Ahsoka is.
Yeah, no, but
she's probably,
He's probably already. The Inquisitors was silly.
there's a huge finale.
the best character in the cartoon series, bar none. Is Ahsoka, I would say.
I think I agree with him.
Yeah, I'm yeah. But, I mean, when she was first presented in Clone Wars, you thought, what an annoying character. But
She
just
does change a
grew.
whole lot.
Just changes.
'Cause she was a
I
baby.
would.
Yeah.
Across all,
Yeah, I would as well.
across all the cartoons.
Everyone, Ryan Wood, Ahsoka.
I
Me
would,
too.
I would actually say,
Especially 35-year-old Ahsoka at the end of Rebels.
rather than Ahsoka, I would say Rex.
You'd prefer Rex than Ahsoka.
I'd say,
And there, see,
Not for that.
Ryan is
Not
the
going
James
there.
May
I was
of
trying
the
to stay
Weekend
above
Warlords
that. I was trying to stay above.
broadcasting
You dragged
team.
me down.
I
I'm
didn't.
pulled down into that conversation. I could not escape.
Ryan once had a dream where he
Rex is
woke
the
up
one
in
for
the
me,
Millennium
guys.
Falcon surrounded by firemen.
Take me back.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Go on, carry
James
on.
knows my secret now. I'm after Marty.
Marty,
Yeah.
you in there?
Yeah, but Rex is. I think Rex is the coolest character to come out of the cartoons. Again, your mileage may vary.
I love that they crossed him over at the end. But anyway, we won't talk too much about the end.
Oh,
Of,
Marty.
sorry, because old Haney
You asking or
hasn't,
telling?
hasn't seen it. What's happening? What's
You and me
happening?
in the booth on Sunday.
Easy now, easy. Oh yeah, Captain Rex is coming.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't have you miss a day playing, but there is part of me that thinks that would be bloody
It would
amazing.
be funny, yeah, good laugh.
Rather's come up with your new nickname, Captain Slow Jump Master.
Who? Me?
No, not
me.
you.
Ryan. Ryan's going to start playing Jump Masters soon.
Yeah.
They are my favourite ships.
James May.
I could fly 3 Jump Masters. Why not? I don't own any scum though, because it's not a real faction. But that's a whole different debate I've been having on Tuesdays.
What now?
What's this nonsense?
The scum's not a real faction.
Why is it not a real faction?
Because they're just not involved in anything, are they? They're a bit like DJ. They don't have an ideology.
Thank you for the cheers.
No, but then
Alfred.
you've always got the nefarious sides of society that don't want to play by everyone else's rules, and I can really relate to those sort of characters. I've got to be honest. That's how I see Scum. I see him as like proper Han
Some of
Solo.
the cartels are well
Holy
organised, though,
moly.
aren't they? Some of the cartels
Yeah,
are properly
Black Sun,
organised
yeah,
scum,
they are.
scum groups.
Yeah, the Black Sun was massive.
Even the huts, you know, they're a properly organised
Yeah.
scum group.
I just like to annoy the scum players. That's the real secret. So you attack one of their ships, and they start to find out. They just go, actually, you know what? Your whole faction's just nothing. They don't like that. Scum for life, Mark. Come on.
Who's that?
Rebels.
Who's Scum for Life?
Rebels are the Christ. Mark Fairbrother.
No, it's Rebels for Life. And when I play Scum,
always,
I
mate.
am
Always on the Rebels.
I'm just collecting intel, basically.
I just like to see though the matches where it's like Rebels versus Empire or you know,
First
Droids
tournament
versus
I
Republic.
ever went
And
to,
you can't do that with Scum.
I flew Han. That was it. It was Han that made me fall in love. The Millennium Falcon model itself was what
Yeah.
just got me.
Yeah. For me, it was the U-wing, but I get it. I totally get it. The U-wing's why I play X-wing.
I get four of them. Yeah.
I didn't read any of his books or anything.
And it's a shame, John, because you ain't played him in 2.0, and he's really quite good now. I'm not saying he's game breaking, but he was
But he's
right at the
viable.
beginning.
Yeah.
He's viable as a ship, which is cool. Every ship should be viable to an extent. It's hard to get everything perfectly balanced, but everything should have the option of you take it and you're not a complete maniac for taking it.
Slave one, yeah.
Fair enough, but if that's the ship does it for you, cool.
I remember having.
I don't like the fire
I,
spell.
I think Phil GC might have even put it in one of his blogs once about when he came to mine, and we had this whole night where we were both, literally, both same sort of age. One of us was wax lyrical about the fire spray, the other one was the Falcon. We both had the respective toys as a kid, but neither of us had the other toy. So we
Yeah.
reckon that, like, kind of same time, we're both flying around our
Your
respective
offspring.
front rooms with these two ships that we just loved. I
Yeah.
do love the fire spray. The fire spray is an awesome looking ship.
I don't really get it. I think it just looks weird when it flies.
Yeah, and that's why it's awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of in the B-wings sort of do it the same way. It just looks strange, and I don't really understand. It doesn't really do it for me, but if it does it for you, cool. You do.
It's the way its jets work,
Yeah.
though, isn't it? Because they obviously
Yeah,
take
yeah.
off and then it rotates and it's flying.
Yeah, if that's a
but-
ship that you look at and go, that's amazing,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
go for it. But for me, it's not the one. But that's cool. Everyone's got a ship that they like. I think everyone should have an X-wing ship that's sort of like their death reign or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the way Charles does with Death Reign.
I quite like playing with my fire sprays.
You
at
just
1.0.
yeah. 1.0
I quite liked playing with my fire sprays in 1.0. That sounds dirty.
Just on the the
Only
B-wing
to
is really
you,
cool in
Josh.
Rebels Hania actually. The B-wing prototype that Hera flies is really interesting.
Is that season 2?
Yes, I believe. Or season 1 or 2. It's quite early on.
Harvan Dan just popped on. Hello, is that a Fang fighter?
Half Arden. No,
Fang
this.
Fighter's like the one ship that's not in there at all, but it
Yeah,
looks
there's
like
this is
one.
probably the only ship that's not in there. It's a T70 canopy with Psych two halves of a Psych, U-wing engines, T65 engines, some T65 guns. Yeah, it's a
Yeah, you got both kinds of X-wings. Some
it's
U-wings,
Vision
some
from the Avengers with his little glowy soul stone, bro.
4 Vipers or 2 fire sprays. Well, Marty, why don't you split the difference and fly 2 Vipers and a fire spray?
Or two fire vipers. Hey Lee, welcome back, bro.
I mean, I'm just saying that's a possible. It's probably not as good as either 2 fire sprays or 4 vipers, but it's possible. And then you tick both boxes. But yeah, 4 vipers is actually a list that a lot of people are looking at now, because the way that shit flies is quite crazy. That bendy barrel is a bigger change than it looks on paper.
He jumps.
Mark.
What's this?
They're trying to upset you, right?
Mark. Everyone knows it should be 4 jumps. Come on.
I played 4 jumps right at the start of 2.0, actually.
Yeah, you did. I remember that.
It was rubbish.
Yes.
It
still
really was
is.
rubbish. It still is.
4 Ewings or 7 wars. Now you're getting me. Now you get me going. Yeah, I've not tried 4 Ewings yet. I might try that on Tuesday. Only play Twin Unicorns. Evening, Liam.
Did we give a wooden spoon on the last X-Wing?
Not really. Just had like.
No, I don't think we did, John.
Not anything.
See, I miss one and you forget everything.
I know.
Don't blame me.
Right, play 4 Ewings and Torrents spam. Torrents are cool though. Over there, I think. Torrents have their place.
There was a wooden spoon.
We'll give it away next month, shall we?
It was
Oh, we
Star Wars
got-
colouring books.
Oh, we got colouring books.
No, that 4 Harvarden, that 4 Tyrant, 4 Ewing list is legit, man. It isn't to be messed about with.
I
because
disagree.
it
The
just-
Torrents are too cheap.
No, I don't disagree. I don't think Torrents are too cheap. I think they're really good shit for their money.
Yeah, I think 25 points is fine as a baseline for a torrent, but the problem is the gold squadron is so well costed that it makes all the other pilots look really badly costed. So, which is why you only see gold squadrons, even though all the other pilots got reduced.
Sinker Swarm's alright. I took it apart with Han Jake.
Sinker Swarm has
twice
problems.
last week.
However, Dan, it is
Slow,
good.
slow, really slow, and that's how you beat it.
Yeah, it's incredibly inflexible. Is the big weakness of it. Having flown it a lot, it's the only real sort of meta list that I've flown a lot. I haven't any sort of authority on. Oh, cheers, Lee.
Yeah, it was Protect with 28 pounds in there.
Protec, Lee, thank you so much. There you go, guys. Another 15, and you'll be getting a K-wing as well.
Yeah. So to beat a Sinker Swarm, you either gotta pull it apart across the board, or just bring regen, and you're fine. Do one of those 2 things. And if you've got a jousty list, yeah, regen. Regen beats Sinker Swarm every time. Particularly Jedi regen. And the problem with Sinker Swarm is that is very prevalent in the meta.
Or just be Han and only ever let one of them have range.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I say. You either control,
That really upsets
you
me.
either pull it across the board with range control, or you just regen through it and you're fine. You do one of those 2 things. That's generally how you want to play against it. Harvardam.
Oh, X-Wing Tavern Wars has just broke the bank.
Oh, cheers, Tavern Wars.
I love you, Tavern
you.
Wars.
What do you want to make for a giveaway? Oh, Matt's making more stream giveaways. Oh, Matt, I love you.
Matt, just make me a decimator.
The one he made for Tuesday went down so well. There was about 9,000 spondoolies spent on that giveaway.
What was it?
Something like that. It was.
Oh, your
it was
tokens.
Just them tokens.
They're amazing.
People spent about 8 or 9,000 spondoolies trying to get them. It's crazy. But Matt's work is brilliant. So if you guys, like I always say, if you need acrylic, Matt's your guy. And if it turns out if you need modified decimators,
Matt's your guy.
Matt's also your guy. Sorry, Lee. Matt's your guy.
It's right, Lee will be buying one soon, trust me.
I think so. Lee's going to commission him. Yeah, the tokens were fantastic. You're right, Bob Fredo. They were really good. The Wookiee Outrider won them.
He's been cleaning up lately as old Mark.
You said to give them to post, didn't I? Yeah, actually.
No, I said you lot post them. After it cost me 7 million quid to send him.
His address.
I have got his address. I'll send you his address any day.
Because I've got them.
Because I sent him the coasters. So I'm just starting to put like a little blue glow rand on the engines using
That's fairly
magic blue.
too old to be working in shipyards. Get Matt doing it.
Simple little trick. When you're doing something like this and you don't want to go over, I just put a little bit of tape just to block my overspray. You can see like that.
John's just setting up the giveaway.
I am.
Get excited, everybody.
What time is it?
It is 8:40.
How many points have I even got?
Do you want to do the?
Yeah, I'm thinking of
phone
doing
it.
something right now. Right, everyone. I told you about it earlier. Right, we're going to do a phone in. So get near your phones. Get ready to phone. And the question is,
The store number.
What's the store number?
well, I'm not going to tell them
No,
the store
tell them,
number.
no.
They've got to have done that. They've
No,
had
I know,
the whole
but I need
show.
to find it to
But
bring in
it,
the store
but it is the
tonight.
store number you
Right,
need to
so
read.
the question is, what species is General Grievous? You need to ring with the answer and your name, no more. What species
Should
is
I- should I
General
ring it?
Grievous?
Get Google.
Oh, they're all Googling it.
Oh,
go, we got one.
We got a phoner.
We got a taker.
Oh.
He said
I
hello.
hope that's a completely unrelated phone call.
Yeah.
First time call, a long time listener.
What's your name? Well done. All right, Dave. Cheers.
Who was that?
Sounds like we've got a winner, boys.
It was Vivek.
Yeah! Vivek, you win.
Oh,
too late.
No,
Too late. You win a General Grievous dial cover, Vivek, which I'm sure Henry will help you paint. Respect,
get
mate.
Henry on the case.
Respect.
Stop ringing.
Too
Take
late.
it to
It's
voicemail,
done.
boys.
It's done. It's going to be important. That's going to be the lottery.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Nice one, Vivek. Didn't even know Vivek was watching tonight. It's popped in. He's been lurking, ready there. He's been waiting by the phone, like. when's
Did
gonna
he give the
answer?
right? Did he give the right
He did
answer?
give the right
And
answer.
the answer
Kalish.
was Kalish,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I didn't know. I had to.
No,
Google
he's like
too.
the only Kalish we've ever seen. So it kind of makes the point a bit moot. But I was thinking-
Kalish.
Yeah.
Mark.
I was thinking, because I didn't know the answer, I was thinking about it a couple of days ago, which is quite weird that even having a giveaway based on it. But you'd never actually see another species with the same eyes as him. So it kind of makes sense.
Read it a bit.
He's the only,
What it
He's
is.
the only Kalish.
It's on there.
Well, they're on for some. There's some Grievous stuff like. But he's the only one we've ever seen, right? And but they wear masks like Grievous's mask as well.
Oh,
So
really?
It is really just there to fill the hole of there is something that Grievous used to be. There's really nothing much to it, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame, I think. It's not a species that's been explored at all, apart from they're like Grievous but organic.
Thank you, Ulfric. And that puts him back as stream boss.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ulfric's going to get 1,000
Ulfric's on
spondoolies
top.
if you guys don't take him off the top of that stream before the end of the show.
He's a bit light on spondoolies. You can do with the bonus.
We
Right.
What is?
Go on, what's your right? Right, what?
Oh, Lee's just posting about the Kalish.
The Kalish are a species of red-skinned humanoid reptilians from the planet Kali. In one space, they have 2 yellow eyes with slit pupils, although all of their facial features were reminiscent of bats, such as the elongated ears and flat noses. The Kalish were...
Read it out, read it out.
Well, it's a
They
tricky
were
one.
red and they liked eating bats
and they wore masks.
and they wore masks.
But the thing is, right?
Their
Because
internal organs were extremely flammable.
What? That's why
Well,
he
that's
gets...
how he died.
Yeah, what?
I think that's
Obi
probably a
knew
joke.
that. Obi knew that. Yeah.
Yes, Haney. Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
that's
cool.
Himself. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, Liam, love you, dude. Thank you, bro.
Cheers, Liam.
Right, I am going to put the giveaway up.
Right, guys. The giveaway is going to go live and we'll keep it open until we end the show. So it's
don't seem to get
500
spondoolies.
spondoolies. I don't seem to get spondoolies from donating.
Who doesn't?
Ulfric.
Either that or he's lost count, John. I don't know.
Oh, well, have a look. You can check that, can't you?
How many do you think you've got, Ulfric?
5,000 seems a bit low for Ulfric. Everyone's checking their totals now. Oh, Richie's looking in a good position. 1,500.
Richie C.
Yeah, he's been racking them up. He wants that K-wing. He flies K-wings all the time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm stepping up my blue. I'm going to electric blue. So next week, I don't normally tell you what I'm giving you away, but next week you are getting a Lambda, and it is the Lambda that is in the opening credits. Right? It's,
I'm giving that away.
yeah, I am.
I'll mention.
Okay, done a whole tutorial on that, like a 3-part tutorial painting that ship, and one of you guys is going to get it. So save your pennies.
Check again, Ulfric. I think I fixed it.
The raffle's open, everybody.
Is it? Did I start it? I got sidetracked.
Yeah, Matt's got some tickets. Rookie Outrider's got some tickets.
Yeah. The
Should I buy some tickets?
exclamation mark raffle, and then the number of tickets that you want or can afford.
Yeah, exclamation mark, raffle, no space, space, and the number of tickets.
You mean just like that?
Just like that. Man, I wish you guys would have told me how to do it last weekend. 30 messages I put up.
Yeah,
I got that.
you're just flooding my chat with
Yep,
misspelt raffle entries.
yep.
You did finally get your...
I did win them though, so
posts.
it was worth it.
Oh dear. Oh, Shazbot's just off. So close. Might be able to accrue some just by watching the stream for the rest of the night, Shazbot.
What's Shazbot on? 408. Oh, I doubt it.
It's close. It's a risky play.
You know what? That's pretty impressive that Viva got that thing and rang so quickly, faster than anybody else.
He's
Just
down
think
with the
about
kids.
it now.
Oh, Adam Byatt, thank you, my darling.
Vivek's probably the only guy I didn't have to look it up. I believe in Vivek. Thanks for the tips,
Thanks,
boys.
Yeah, thanks for the tips. Oh, it's all coming in. Thank you.
Oh,
guys.
Terminator,
Indeed.
thank you, dude.
This keeps us all going. And who's stream boss now? Adam Bryant.
Adam Bias, man on top.
Stream boss.
So how close is that to being finished there, sir?
Oh, we're getting there. We are getting there. We ain't going to have finished completely by the end of this show.
Okay. But, it's
But
gonna
we
be
are getting close,
within the
believe it or
realms.
not. Yeah, we got to remember a lot of like the pre-shade work
Oh
and
yeah.
all that was done at home.
I'm just curious as to what the time frame is.
You off stream? I don't know
Yeah.
if you do anything important.
No, I'm just
Taping.
I'm just taping.
Getting
Got a
stuck
bit
together.
stuck. Yeah, that was
Gotta
all.
get them engines glowing nice.
Oh, it's being a bugger.
Looking really good though. Shame you can't now get all 4 in a list. You've got too many ships.
Yeah, I have got. Oh well, yeah, I have. I thought about another list with them, with the 2 Falcons, because you know I've done the other white one.
Yeah, the one that looks like that
So
concept.
Lando, Chewie, Jake, and you can have stuff on things, and it's actually
Yeah.
seems really good. Here's 2 Falcons that are focus target locked every turn, minimum, and I'll have an action. So Jake could still have an action, and
Jake
both
could still
Land-
pick up a focus.
both Falcons
yeah.
can be at least focus target locked every single round. I don't know, it's just funny. It's just putting chips on the table as opposed to it being like the most legitimate squad. Just like that, where
Lando's really good.
Lando is very good.
Guys, fly Rebel Lando. If you want to fly a Rebel Falcon, fly Lando.
Well, fly hand, man.
Lando's the one for me.
Yeah, I'll sort that Protect model.
Law's seeing how many Sea Rock engines you can fit on a Falcon, apparently. So it's his lead.
Oh, Law, I saw what you were doing. I love it, babe. I proper love it.
See, I think you should sling him under the wings of that bomber.
Right, one more colour
It's
change.
jetting. I think that's where they belong, Law.
What, on the back of
No, you know the big green button with the wings
Sea Rock engines on that?
underneath.
Get out of it.
Under-
They're too big. They'd look a bit pony.
That's part of fun.
So they sorted that for you.
She's also hanging up my VCX engines as well. Oh no! Run, Liam! Run!
Oh, I ain't ripped no engines off a Ghost. That's quite a good idea.
What do you do with the rest of the Ghost? It's just a brick. at
Yeah,
that
use
point.
it to chuck at people you don't like.
I suppose the turret's useful, isn't it?
Nearly sprayed water inside the computer.
Just like
I do it every week. Thank God there's a bit of glass there, I tell you, otherwise we would have... Oh, thank you, Zoe Dalton.
thank you.
Thanks, Zoe.
So I'm going to actually just go in with a brush now. So this is Wolf Grey. I ain't done no... See,
I don't have to anything people like to mod stuff.
what time are we on?
2 Ghosts is a list, Liam.
8:52.
I contend.
We've got a bit.
That's a list.
So I was planning on as well, I don't know if I'll have time, but see this front cowling and these little parts here and maybe a couple other bits. I was going to pick those out in gold because it's meant to be that purple and gold thing, like really deep bronzy lovely gold.
Yeah, like it.
What was I painting? That was it.
Sounds awesome.
Tartan James, are you on? If you're on, you brought some flip flops from our store, I believe. Were they any good?
He had them on all weekend.
Yeah, I
didn't
saw
he?
him with them.
Did
Yeah,
he?
we-
Didn't know he
Weekend
bought them
Warlord
from
flip
our
flops.
store.
Yeah, they got
I
weekend
didn't know
warlords
I
then.
didn't know we sold official flip flops.
They sold
He said they
some.
were. Thumbs up for the flip flops. There you go, guys.
Cool. In fact, anybody who's brought merch from our store has it.
That isn't Ulfric.
It isn't Ulfric because we've seen Ulfric in every T-shirt that we've
It's
ever
every
sold.
tournament he comes in a different
it's
Warlords
amazing.
t-shirt.
He's my biggest fan. I love him.
They are really good quality, says James.
Yeah, they're good quality. Cool. We can add other stuff. I'm trying to think what else to add to it. I should add some more T-shirts in different colours. I think
I'll have some more artwork for you soon for t-shirts.
we need a 12-month badge.
Okay, you'll have some more artwork soon. Don't worry.
Oh, Tartan James has gone in big. 5 tickets. He must really like K-Wings.
Mugs are already on there, Kai.
Yeah,
You've-
like mugs.
You people have obviously not looked at the merch store. Let me give you the link to the merch store.
What mugs have we got?
Remember, guys, each time you use the merch store, you save another starving, poor Loughbronian from going to the food bank. And each time
Me.
you super chat, cheer, or subscribe, you save another Loughbronian from a life of inability to hear or see a full spectrum of colours. Think about it, guys. It's just the price of a coffee. Price of a cheap snack could change one of these people's lives. Someone like Ryan. Someone like John. Ugly John. That is so disfigured. He has to sit behind the camera all the time. Think about it, guys. Think about it. Before you go to
I've got to buy
Starbucks.
hair.
He's got to buy hair.
It's not cheap.
Need some for Carlo as well.
We don't actually keep the mugs in store, Liam.
Yeah, what mugs have we got in the merch
They're
store,
actually on the merch store, and they're brought to order from the merch store.
Look at them, they're really nice.
Yeah, I'm going to put some more mugs on this week. Maybe some more T-shirts. Oh, there was a weekend warlords one. I did do it, and yeah.
I need to get
There's
myself a
even
weekend
an
warlords mug.
iPhone 10 case.
Oh, what about those of us that got iPhone 5s?
Yes, right, that I will do that. Don't worry.
Liam says he needs to email as well. Very cryptic. Keep an eye on your VCX as well, Liam. Oh, you know me too well, Kay.
What
It's
are they
nice
saying?
today.
What are they saying?
Complained about the heat in here. Oh, it's not too bad anymore. There was a couple of weeks where it was pretty brutal.
Oh man, those weeks.
It was like 35 degrees in here.
It was like punishment
week?
from like
I mean,
something out of the River Kwai film.
me and Tom was sat here sweating. Eating magnums and just still sweating. God damn.
I tell you what, it was worse last
Dedication.
year.
Yeah.
Last year, when we had that tournament and everybody was stripped off into their underwear.
Pretty much.
It was just Bengal. Let's face facts.
So it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's difficult in here in the summer, innit? Because there's not really much ventilation in the store. So when you get 30 to 40 sweaty gamers together, and we're stuck in a room behind them all,
Yeah.
that's fun. Yeah, it's all right. Now the worst of it's past. It's all good now, isn't it? It's all right now.
Yeah.
We're fine.
It's just right.
Yeah. There will be a stream up again as well tomorrow, guys. We'll have some proper
There we
X-Wing
go.
tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see some of your crazy ships on the board.
If Tim's about, if Tim doesn't show up, he automatically loses bones, right? Because he wasn't here the week before, and I was going to challenge
Yeah,
him.
you can have it.
No, that's right though. That was in the rules, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks of no show while holding bones.
Yeah, and he wasn't here last
You
week.
ducking me, ain't you, Tim boy? Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
You got away with it once with Whisper. You ain't getting away with it again, sweet cheeks.
So all right. So he voids the bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. He forfeits bones.
Yeah.
Who gets it?
Whoever challenges him, which is me. Right now, I'm doing
I
it.
don't know if it's that.
I
I think
might challenge him then. if
two
he's
people
not
have to
showing
play
up.
off for
Well,
Bones.
that's fine then. I'll play anyone
I
for
think
Bones.
Bones vacates.
Bones goes back to no ones.
The first winner on the stream.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
We'll have a game going on for Bones then, guys, whether Tim's involved or not.
Guys, sorry, just spot a white.
We'll have a new holder for Bones.
That's what I'm doing, right in the hole.
Rasta versus round. Triple jumps versus triple jumps. Could be good.
Triple jumps versus
He's
triple.
bringing the veterans more.
X-Wing. Nice.
Oh, we might have to get Lee on stream,
So I'm
round
going to
2.
teach 2.0.
Round 2, Dalton off.
You know how to 2.0, Lee.
I tried explaining it to somebody at my new job about X.
Who's that?
Oh.
And they
Potet-
insist on calling it X.
Potet
Oh,
Salat?
God.
Potet Salat?
Potet salad.
Speaking to your dad.
Rasta versus Ryan with Jump Masters. I would like to play Ryan with Jump Masters, but it'd have to be like a list that I knew would smash him. So he'd really hate Jump Masters a lot more afterwards.
I mean, the one you got with Dengar is pretty terrifying. I'm not going to lie.
I actually think this 666 list is more effective
Yeah, triple six
because
is
really
nice.
the Dengar Lando's just Dengar shooting.
Yeah.
Lando's just there as a mate carrying around his old.
Okay, you bring that, and
It's
I'll
drugs.
bring Rebel 666s.
Oh, yeah, but you come with a beard, and it'd be boring.
Yeah, but one of my sixes is Fenrau and a Sheath bead. So I think I'll be
hand
fine.
wedge. No, you're right.
Hand
No,
wedge
you're right.
Fenrau.
Do you know what? I'd love to put Wedge in front of those 3 ships and see if he survives one
No.
round of shooting.
No way.
Ah, you from Norway? Do you know what? We ain't done this in forever. So those of you, 50 of you, we've still got in the chat at the moment, we've still got watching. Shout out where you're watching from. You know how to do it. You just put up a post with where you're watching. Let's have a look where we've got Norway in the house representing for the Eurovision. Who else we got? Mandalore, I love Boba Fred. On the loo, classy. He's Bath, Loughborough. Oh, you're
Yeah, I'm joining in. It's me in Loughborough. I'm here.
Plymouth. I'd like to come down to Plymouth, Chesterfield, north of Scotland, Bedford, baby, Burnley. Go on, do it. Fleckney, don't you be swearing on my stream. Do you know what I mean? Look at him swearing. Just because he's got
North
extra
of
legs.
Scotland.
Seaside town of Dudley.
There's nothing north of Scotland.
Dudley's not seaside. Dudley. Ah, so he's in bed. Minnie's Bane in Margate, Kent. Oh,
Nice.
that's the best one.
Yeah, definitely. I'm always trying to smop a thread.
Burst plave of the Rasta. That's right.
Nice.
It's where the Rasta was plaved.
Yeah.
In that plave, I was birthed.
Is there a plaque saying that?
Oh, all over. And they got one of those Rocky statues. If you run up the town all steps, you got me at the top.
Tamros is in Seattle as always. Nanashi, UK, in Hastings as well. Plenty of UK viewers. There's a couple out further. You've seen the Cadbury's advert. Which one, Boba Fred? Which Cadbury's advert?
Bless you, Clive. Thank you, mate. I don't think the super chats even show up, you know, on the totals, John.
No, they do. They do give you spondoolies, but they don't seem to work on the donation.
What is that, like a bronze?
Yeah, it's called
Nice.
Bright Bronze, just as a base.
That's really cool.
What, was that for Leo?
Yeah.
Filet bronze.
I love you. Missing his humble servant.
Well, thank.
Won't be necessary.
Well, it will be.
Clive?
I'd love a little Jar Jar around my house clearing up, eating my apples. Do you think it's funny that on Tatooine she had a bowl of apples? Where'd she get apples from?
I don't know.
From a tree.
No, but what, on Tatooine?
I guess they get shipped in.
But she's a slave. Where's she got the money to be getting exotic ships in fruit, apples, that have come clearly from, like, Bedfordshire?
They weren't apples. They were crap fruit.
Crap fruit?
Yeah.
John. Seriously,
Language,
mate.
John.
It's true. Asda.
Could have been Asda.
That's why nobody else wanted them.
Yeah, Tatooine does not look like a great place to live. I'll be honest in the movie, does it?
Well, like the most valuable commodity on Tatooine's water.
Yeah.
So I can't see them being rich in fruit-bearing trees.
I don't remember seeing many
portion of
trees.
apples.
Quarter portion of apples. Yeah.
Yeah, they were freeze dried.
Clive is the boss.
Yeah,
Thanks to a
Clive
super
is the
chat.
boss. Super chat.
He healed himself. Because people were trying to take him down.
I think he came in from the YouTube side of it and got Stream Boss.
Oh, he's just stream boss now. Oh, he's
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
Clive's fresh health. He's like, bring it. If Clive's not stream boss on one account, he'll be stream boss on another account. It's just how he does it. So already he put that bit of gold against the purple,
Yeah.
opposite side of the colour wheel. Not that I know that, but I just assume.
You just believe what everyone else says.
Oh,
Take
just
your word for it.
I don't
Looks
actually.
really good.
Do you see
I
the
don't, know, I don't
contrast?
know what it looks like to you, but they do contrast really well.
The contrast really well, and we ain't
It
even
stands out quite
highlighted that
nicely.
yet.
Because the bronze isn't like that bright, but against the pinky purple.
And then we'll
it
add
does-
some
it's
silver
really
into the
Rasta
yeah.
sees it as
Yeah,
like a negative. It's like all bright, shining,
I'd
shimmering
love to
colours.
spend a day like looking through Rasta Vision. It'd be really interesting. I find it quite ridiculous that you paint like that and you have no idea what it looks like.
Just YouTube. You just YouTube the colours, and then it says it on the pot, and you use it.
I don't know, but still, it just makes it even more impressive.
Oh man, I'd love to be able to see colour. I can't even put a number on how like important that'd be.
Yeah, I can imagine for your job. That was really good.
So just start looking for any other little detail I might want to pick out.
This is the point where his models just suddenly. Sometimes what you're doing can look quite fat, but when you start picking out details,
'Cause it's
it
the
really
point-
pulls it out.
Cause I do sort of watching it at home as well. I'm like looking at it's like looking about 8 o'clock and it looks finished. You come back an hour later and it's like,
Yeah, it's still going.
oh my god, he's done that to it.
Yeah.
Like, it looks totally different after just like a few little touches. It's crazy the difference it makes.
And then he starts painting stars in the canopy, and you might as well just go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy special glasses now that help colourblind people see in colour.
Yeah, I've heard about those.
Have you tried them?
No, because they're like a lot of money.
Oh, really?
They're enchroma glasses, but it'll only be one type that they affect at once. I just can't see it well because I'm multiple different colours colourblind. And ultimately all you're really doing is putting a tint on, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, so rather than looking exactly the same, there's a touch difference.
Yeah, there will be a touch difference.
There are lots of. I think it was.
We still wouldn't see the true.
No, not the true
Colour.
colours.
Yeah,
He's
see him on Thursdays.
Is Stu
Is
colourblind?
he?
Yeah, I think he was telling me once that if he stands looking at the colours too long, they just turn into different shades of grey.
Wow. Because he does a lot of
It
painting
just
as
like
well.
almost, yeah, disappears.
So, he does a lot of model making and stuff.
Must be a novel.
Sorry, I know that was out of focus, but I needed to rest.
It's alright, we know. It's looking really, really good though. That bronze fits nicely into the whole scheme.
Don't forget to get your raffle tickets, guys. We've got 15 users entered, 42 tickets brought.
Oh, really?
15 people
It's nearly
going.
3 a person on average.
Yeah.
Nice.
15 people after those ships.
So this is Agrak's Earthshade. So I'm not going to be doing it over all of the gold, just these two little bits at the front because they've got just to pick out the indents a little bit, and then I'll highlight them when it's dry.
Very clever. Just a little touch.
Just a little touch.
This is how do you decide at which point to stop?
Try that again, Marty, with that space.
At what point do you look at it and go, it's finished?
When it's finished,
But how do you know?
you just do. It's very hard to tell you. You just like the composition of any picture. You know when.
Yeah.
You're always better off taking your time adding, because you can't take away. But
Yeah.
it's kind of the same process with a building. You often end up adding, thinking you're finished, and you're like, nope, I need something else. Like before I added these 4 little engines, I thought it was finished, and then I was like,
It needs more.
blue tack 2, and I was like, that's what it needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, once you've finished painting, right?
Go
do you
on.
ever actually then, like a day or two later, look at it and ever go back to it and do any more, or do you just cut it off?
Once it's done in my head, it's done. Once the varnish has been put on,
That's it.
I ain't going back
Locked
to it.
in.
Yeah, once it's been varnished, it's finished.
It's
as far
very
as-
hard to go back, isn't it? And do
Yeah,
anything else on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of, like, I've got a couple of Falcon conversions I did right at the beginning that I do look at, and they're great paint jobs. Don't get me wrong, any of you would love to have it, but there's part of me that wants to repaint the ships completely.
Really?
Yeah, just because I could do them better than I did then, I think. And the conversions are so beautiful, it's almost like, yeah, crying
It's
out.
kind of stuff only you would notice as the person who painted it.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
because you know the things that you missed out that you now would do.
absolutely.
But I
Things
would
I,
have
didn't
no
even.
idea looking at it. I'd go, that looks amazing, and just put it on the table and not worry about it. Whereas you would look at all the fine details.
Yeah, I mean, and if you guys saw, I shared a post on my page today with the Falcon pictures, and there's some really up close shots of the weathering on the panels, stuff like that
Yeah.
that are just I've been able to do differently because of having the airbrush that I would love to be able to do on those ships now. Even the engine glows, for example.
Yeah, Boba Fred says, I totally understand what you're saying. I'm the same on my costumes.
Yeah. Because you learn and you grow, don't you? So you want to take that skill and, I don't know, as an artist, I've always been my worst critic. I've always been really hard on my stuff, and I look at things and I go, it's rubbish, and I've had people go, what the hell are you talking about? That's rubbish. It's like, it's bloody ridiculously good. And I'm like, no, I hate it. It's not right.
I tell you what, though,
Yeah,
that,
because you have a very different perspective as the
Yeah,
person who worked on
totally
it.
different.
that shade of clear coat has come out almost perfect.
Yeah, that pink's worked out really well.
Yeah.
hasn't
See,
it?
but if I hadn't have done that with you lot sat here, I would have just painted it purple out of the pot because my eyes wouldn't have gone, that's the wrong colour, that's the wrong colour, don't do it.
Yeah, you wouldn't
No.
have been able to decipher it.
So a little trick when you're doing bronze, I've always done, instead of like I always add a little bit of silver. Where has it gone?
Just add a bit of shine to it.
Where'd my silver go? Hate that. You put a bit of colour on a palette and it vanishes. So just a bit of... Oh, I dipped in the grey. Oh,
Going all over.
oh,
Can't see
there we
it.
go.
There, you got it.
There we go. I found a dry bit.
That'll do.
So a little bit of water gives you that bit of opacity.
I'll just highlight a bit around the engines. Nice.
And I'm taking the excess paint off my brush with my mouth then. And then putting like a fade. So because it's opaque, a little bit see-through, that silver will polish the front. Right, but it hasn't made it gaudy. That's how gold will actually shine.
Nice.
And a lot of people, when they highlight gold, they start adding like more gold, more yellow, and it's the wrong way to go with it. Add silver.
Silver's the one.
Like you can do really high point, pure silver highlights on it, and it really works.
Yeah, just some shiny edges.
Yeah, you just start to polish things. Where
It's
are we?
looking very good.
Sorry, that was a holdy breath.
It always gets to the end of the stream and everybody's holding the breath.
Yeah,
Because it
I've
does
had the whole
tiny,
stream.
tiny
So
bits.
detailed, those tiny bits.
Yeah.
They are ridiculously fine.
Ryan, I highlight my stars.
Oh, I know. You can get ridiculously close with those brushes. The Aston Rec on Captain America always shows the best, I think, because that actually is a star on top of the Aston Rec's head,
In 3 circles.
which is just ridiculously highly detailed.
You see that? You can see it now, can't you, in that light? You see that little bit of highlight on that gold? So it's just
Yeah.
made it lift out.
Just stands out to the rest of the panel
Yeah.
very nicely. It's impressive.
And like it's right on the top, yeah? So that's where you're feathering out from that centre point. So the top of that, where that light source is hitting that's where you go from out both sides. And then we can just a touch of kind of pure silver.
So would you give the underside the same detail, or just leave it on the top?
Yeah, it probably doesn't need it underneath.
Any stars going on that camping? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Stars
Always
going
rattler.
Always. Well, no, not always. I have really enjoyed over the past few months of doing a lot of like canopy glows, but this one started with stars on one, so they're all getting stars.
Fair.
So I have that.
Look, it's such a great effect.
I have that continuity. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good. It's like
I
one of
think-
those signature things, isn't it?
Yeah, but I've done them so long, you kind of get a bit bored after a while, and then
You
there's
try something
something
else.
something to be said for.
Well, you can see the K-wing picture. You can see how finely detailed those windows are.
Yeah, and then all the little windows on like the ball
Yeah,
turret,
it's
they're
just
all painted and
ridiculous.
starred out, and
The level of detail in
Yeah,
there. Whoever
I'm
wins that is a
liking that.
very lucky person.
Yeah, I put a bigger version of it up earlier.
It's nice that
But
you don't
it's
have
really
to be able to see
detailed.
the detail. It
Yeah, you can
stands
see it
out that
almost
well. It's
out,
that
but-
well painted. Yeah, no. Even with an average size picture, you can see plenty in there.
Let's just put it up
Like the smoke on those engines and stuff, the vents on top of it.
That's what we're talking about, guys, at the moment.
weathering.
That's what you're gonna get in a second or two when somebody's going to get on the stream.
It's just brilliant. Hope it's me. I'm going to start flying Miranda a lot. So you'll see me fly Luke Miranda.
I miss Miranda. Would you fly Luke Miranda?
With something else, yeah, why not? Well, I mean, I've been flying Luke Wedge Corrin, right? So Luke Wedge Miranda. It's a list, isn't it? Just to put that ship on the table. And I can't stop flying Luke at the moment. When I build a list right now...
Oh, Luke's amazing, dude.
The baseline for any list I build is Luke with R2D2, and that's it. And then you add whatever you want. That's how I build a list, guys.
At the moment.
Yeah.
I love it.
I can't stop flying Luke.
Luke's brilliant.
Luke with R2D2
he was the reason
so
I fell
fluffy.
back in love with X-Wing
Just-
when 2.0 came.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I hate it. And then someone went,
'Cause
fly
it-
Luke. And
it-
I was like, I love it.
It was a shock how different 2.0 was.
Yeah,
at the start.
It was
a
massive,
huge
especially
shock.
for the vets.
I mean, we're all into the swing of it now, but initially it was quite an adjustment, wasn't it? I think we're better off for it, but it was tricky.
Oh yeah, not disputing that, but
Yeah,
it was just
I think-
finding things that you loved.
I agree with you. I had a similar phase. I said the first 3 or 4 months of 2.0 I was struggling to love it, and then I built my fluffy Rebels list. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it's got all the characters in the Rebels TV show and all the ships, and I just love it. And that made me fall in love with the game again. That was my list. That was.
So just interesting.
It's all about
to say,
theme.
I think Caleb's just got the job that he went for.
Did you,
Got the
Caleb?
job.
Yeah.
Yes!
What job do you
Excellent
go for, brother? Read it out when he answers.
Yeah, I will do.
Excellent. That's good to hear. Obviously impressed if he's got it immediately. Because normally they'll send you away and they'll deliberate and work out who to give it to.
Or is that just England?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe
But
they
if
do.
he's been given it on the spot,
Yeah, he must
then
have been
obviously
good.
impressed. Like, well done. That's cool.
Wait for Caleb. See what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon I can make Miranda work anyway. Why not? Food service job at the prison. Cool.
Oh, well done, mate. Well done. Yeah, congratulations.
Nice work, Caleb.
So all I'm doing at the moment, guys, is just going over these little guns with a bit of silver, just
Getting a bit of shine.
and then
Gave
leaving
Vivek
those
on Thursday.
those darker
What's
parts
Vivek doing
you
on
can see.
Thursday?
I don't know. What is Vivek doing on Thursday?
Oh, he's getting his results.
Oh yeah. Well, my
Of
daughter's getting hers
course.
as well, of course. Yeah.
What's wrong with you,
He's
man?
16. There's no goes Vivek.
Vivek, you're going to ruin it. What are you talking about? I don't
Yeah.
even know what you're panicking about.
Yeah, he will do. Let's be honest.
He's got more of a level head on his shoulder than I have, and I'm 44 nearly.
Yeah, I agree.
Results.
Same for me.
Just put it up. EP.
Yeah, let us know, Vivek,
A kid's going to be the
by
next,
how much you smash it.
the next prime minister. I'm telling you.
Evie's nervous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Vivek? Whatever happens, mate, it will not define your life.
Oh yeah, Cam's a teacher, so all of his students are going to get their results as well.
Okay, it does not define anything, mate. You just go, you do your best, and whatever happens, happens.
Yes.
And if you're anything like you are when you come to a tournament in the work environment, your feet won't touch the ground. You'll go from job to job to job to job because people will want you about, mate.
He is fantastic every time I see him. He's
Top,
brilliant.
top kid. Both of them are.
I have a great time seeing when I'm talking to Henry and Vivek here. They had a great time System Open as well. It was nice to talk to them there. They had a lot of fun. Both great lads. And we had them both on stream on Sunday.
What, playing each other?
No,
Or
but they both won their
separately?
games.
Really?
Yeah. Round one, I was like, well, we decided on Saturday, right? Well, whoever, the first round on stream on Sunday was going to be Kyler with his 5 SFs against whoever he drew. And he drew Vivek within paces. And Vivek played incredibly well and danced around him.
Right, my little darlings. Apart from doing the canopy, the stars, he's pretty much done, you know.
Looks fantastic.
Right, I'll get some
Wow.
really nice photos of it. but it's pretty close to being where I want it to be. Look, you can see it's got some nice detail. The silver edgings, picked things out. I'll get that canopy done, just the stars, you know, the normal stars. And then I'll semi-gloss varnish in it. That helps unifying things, because you're seeing like a really matte yellow and a gloss, and you know, when I get the varnish on, it really helps. But that's vision. Thank you guys for helping me with the colour. I hope you enjoyed that. I really love the colour. Colour's fantastic. Really nice.
I really didn't think they'd mix those clear coats.
We were all
I didn't-
apprehensive.
It did look a bit grainy as well as I
Yeah,
started mixing
yeah.
the paint.
Yeah.
So I was worried. Give us a full camera, John.
Yep.
It's come out really well, though. Oh, there we go.
Right, so letting you know what's happening next week, because
Exciting.
we've been
Wait.
doing a lot of this, right? We've converted Falcons, we've done a lot of this superhero stuff. I'm not going to bore you with another one. I will, though, in my head, still try and look for the ship that I'm going to try and... So we were talking about Wolverine for yellow, we'll maybe find something for orange. If I get them done, you'll see those on the website. Next week, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to take these home.
We've
I've got
teased this
three
for a
of them.
while, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got three of them. I didn't have time this week. This would have been what I'd like to have done, but I needed the week to play with it. So I'm going to go home with these, and I'm going to start doing some pre-converting work, the sort of stuff that Space Wolf will be next week's episode. I will be doing different chapters. That's why I'm going to take 3, because I'm working with Vader 40k. What means he? What?
He just wants Vader and everything, I think.
Captain Citrus for the yellow. Captain Citrus. Someone needs to Google who this Captain Citrus is, because I have
Yeah.
no idea. Yeah, Legion of the Damned is probably one.
That would be
And
awesome.
Legion of the Damned and the Wolves. I like Emperor's Children. There's a few other things I like. I have not completely made my mind up. I love all your input. Please keep giving it to me. But ultimately, I'm going to pick what I want to do. Because if I pick what I really like, you'll get the best
Legion of the Damned, I mentioned.
product. So when these are done, we'll be doing 3 of them, right? And I'm not going to say I'm going to let you watch all 3 being done, because they will take some time. But we're definitely going to go through the conversion work and the painting of 1 at least, if not 2 of them. And then these will be sold. Right, we'll work out a way that we're going to do it, and instead of doing a raffle, or maybe we will do a raffle for each one.
It works quite well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
do
we'll
a
see.
stretch
But
goal, yeah.
these are going to basically be going out to people. They'll be 1 of 1, 3 times unique. They'll never be done again. I'll sign them somewhere discreet under the base, and yeah, I get everyone's got their favourite faction. Mine's Space Wolf, so I take that. And the reason why I picked Legion of the Damned, I just think it'd be a really interesting conversion.
Yeah, definitely.
Some of the scum stuff's probably a little bit the scum stuff, the chaos stuff. It's me getting game systems mixed up. Some of them
Wrong
might
universe.
be a little bit intense, but look, I'll play with it. Certainly, we're going to be doing there'll be wolf pelts and teeth necklaces and all sorts of stuff like that. We're going to be adding on next week, okay? And then the week after, we'll paint it.
Sounds
Right.
awesome.
So that's what we're doing next week, and we have got a giveaway, don't we, John?
We do.
Right. So, honestly, everything Night Lord Vader mashup conversion. Just not a bad idea. Right.
Sounds like a lot of work.
If you guys haven't entered the raffle, it's 500 Spondoolies. We're going to give you like another 15, 20 seconds. Exclamation, raffle, space, and a number of tickets. If you haven't signed up or subscribed to Twitch or YouTube, please do that for us.
How many entries have we got then?
We've got a good few. If you are not a member of the Patreon page, Rasta Maice Painting, please go and sign up to the Patreon. The first episode in September, I will be bringing you full details of the new Patreon prizes for everyone. And the new 6-month dial is just going to the cutters at the moment. So that will be being seen in the next few weeks, and then on their way out to you for September. Yeah, thank you very much for your support this episode. Look, Clive's got another ticket. It's like Clive's having a pop. Anyone else? Come on, 49. He ain't got enough yet.
Needs that K-wing.
Oh, Clive's
You
saying
and me too.
he's already got
Both
some
sides.
tickets. He's getting an extra
Yeah, he's
ticket.
getting more tickets, isn't he?
Right, so that's it, guys. We are gonna, because Kay's
just
not
short.
got enough.
Same for tomorrow, Kay. I'll have some more.
On next week when I
Yeah,
give away
next
that
week.
awesome lambda
Yes.
that John's going to enter for. Right, so John,
Yeah.
close the raffle, brother.
Close the entry. Yeah. So
I
it's
wasn't
closed.
going to win anyway. Right, so the first winner, and this is for the Thai Punisher, is
Richie.
Yay!
He gets himself a Punisher.
See, all you got to do is give one bit, and you get yourself a Punisher. Well done, brother.
Eventually
well
you
done.
save up enough to get a Punisher.
And the next one is.
JRU win.
You got it.
I got the K-Wing, everybody! Yes! Yes! Luke Wedge Miranda's coming to a table near you, boys.
Oh my days!
Here we
what
go.
have I
You get
done?
excited.
We got a winner on stream.
You stole my coasters.
Yeah, I agree, Ulfric. Fix. I'm not watching this next week.
He was allowed nowhere near the button.
I was just showing you guys how to enter, and accidents happen.
Wow. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Would you like that posted to you? Right, so
Send it to
Richie,
the store, I'll pick it up from there.
Richie,
Oh,
I will
dear.
bring up your Punisher and leave it at the store tomorrow, and I'll bring up your K-Wings tomorrow. The one time I don't bring them,
Yeah.
make him post it. So you get out of
I'm
it.
going to go and make a list, everybody.
Get
I'll
out
see
of
you,
it.
I'll see you
Get
next
out of
week.
So, with the dials. No, with the dials. Get out of it. I've already offered him a dial for being an awesome presenter. So,
Forgot about
so
that, yeah.
let's remember that this week's episode was brought to you by the Jump Master,
The beautiful Dangar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the number 5, and the letter K. And this was in association with RyanHJumpmasters.com
No, it's fake news. I love John Masters.
and
My favourites.
and P1NK Simeon. If you're watching, he never watches.
No, he never watches.
He never watches. This is
Just turns
Simeon's.
up and wins and
But
leaves.
it's so cool. Why don't we do him a crap one and I'll keep it?
It does feel a bit like that, doesn't it?
Isn't it? It's a bit too good.
Yeah.
No, there, bro. I really like it. It's really good. So, Dallas plays resistance. So I play first order. Yeah, the lambda's really, really beautiful. I have the best painted Miranda.
No, you don't, Ulfric, I do.
He does. He's got.
Oh, has he got
He's
proper
got
Miranda?
Euros Miranda. I was very poor.
No.
I messaged him, was like, "Do you want to buy the Euros list?" And he was like, "Yeah."
He's got Lebo as well.
He's got Lebo and Miranda and their dials.
I concede.
So-
Ulfric, you do have the best Miranda.
Yeah, they are there.
Fair.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think you do, James. Your Miranda's good.
Isn't his Miranda like
his
Princess
Miranda is
Peach?
King Boo.
Or is it King Boo?
King-
Which one was Princess Peach?
It was the Arc Fighter.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Nora. Nora was Princess Peach. Of course it was, because that's what it looks like, isn't it? An Arc Fighter. But it really worked. Anyway, you
Yeah,
can
I like
see
that.
those photos on my Facebook page. You guys have been awesome, super generous as always. Been great having Ryan here. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ryan.
thank you for having me.
Stream,
sir.
big up the Ryan.
I do appreciate it.
Having it. No, we appreciate you coming and joining us. John has
Good fun
certainly.
tonight.
You felt less pressure tonight. Yeah, less
It
pressure.
gives me time to play around here and do things.
Clive, you just got an extra 1,000 spondoolies for being the stream boss.
It is, yeah.
John's going to do that.
I will do that.
Nice
Oh,
one.
I've just discovered disarm moves. That would have been easier when painting. Does this one move as well? This one doesn't move. Oh, I made it move. The arms move.
Whether or not it's supposed to, it does now.
Does now. Right.
Didn't sound like it wanted to.
So let's get him in shot. Let's get him.
He's
Let's-
looking fabulous.
There's no way. That's the best shot. I didn't want to cover up the chat. I suppose it doesn't really cover
That is
the
good.
chat.
Shot, yeah.
Right. So
He's looking good though.
everyone, thank you very much. See you guys that are coming up tomorrow for for practice night at Weekend Warlords. If you're in the area, please drop in and play some X-Wing. Watch Ryan and his amazing live stream dream team
I'll be there.
McGeem putting out 2 awesome games. I never know. I might be on again.
We've got to have Bones.
Yeah, we've got to have Bones won by
Bones is
someone.
Guest star in Bones. as
Join in
co-commentator
next
tomorrow.
Monday if you want to win the Lambda and you want to see us start modding up those 40k pop finals, which is a bit mental. We've never done nothing like that.
Yeah.
And after doing this big figure, I'm kind of really interested in having that bigger canvas to
I
work
think I
on.
can get the hydro dipping down better as well. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we'll
Very
do
different
another
from
one
the-
soon.
Yeah.
Well, we need to because Sim want more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone. And if you stay tuned at the end, you'll see your rolling credits of everyone that cheered and donated.
Yeah. Thank you
know
guys,
the
everyone who did.
Yes, I am. Message me, Alan Barlow. Message me and we'll talk. One love, everyone. Peace.
See you tomorrow, guys.